play since. One guy under his feet. I don't
Yeah.
know. He hit the ball, He kept hitting the ball from far, and I kept telling him, "You've not played in a while. Stop smacking the ball like that. Like, let's tiki taka to the goalpost and just, like pass it in. You understand? Like what Spain used to do back then. Just pass, pass,
Yeah.
pass, pass, pass. Eliminate everybody and just tap it in. Don't run. Don't shoot the ball. These are people that have not played football in months, including me. But some guys were playing it like that. The other guys just felt like, they could do it. I'm talking 10 minutes of running, somebody just gassed out. Like just
You will gas out. It's not beans now.
the funny thing, we're playing five aside. And you know how five aside is. Everybody's running forth and back.
It's quick tempo. Yeah.
It's not an 11 aside or 8 aside where you have situational
Where people
play
chill.
where okay, this is my coverage area. This is the only place I should make the runs and then I can come back. It's like you have those invisible boxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's five aside, everybody's moving crazy. So guys, you just run, run back, bro. 10 minutes. This guy gassed out. He could, it took him another maybe 20 minutes for him to get back on the pitch to play football. So you got to chill, man. Especially when you get to some age, you have to
Yeah.
you have to play like Thiago, senior man.
Yeah. And especially when you're not fit or you've not been keeping fit, you can't just throw a Ballon d'Or performance out of the bag like that. You're no longer 18. It doesn't work like that anymore.
It doesn't work like that anymore. You have to start playing like Thiago or James Milner. Pick your moment, know what to do, pass
Yeah.
the ball. You understand? So that's what me I
Yeah.
was just doing. I was just at the back, collecting the ball, making some passes in.
Simple.
Who guy was who was playing midfield, engaging with that guy. Making sure he's free. I can give him the ball. I can free him up. Just like, and I enjoyed myself actually. But even still at that, I woke up on Saturday morning and you still feel some some knocks here
You still
and
feel
there.
some, yeah, you
But it
feel some
wasn't as
muscles.
yeah, it wasn't as crazy as if I had started running like a headless chicken on the pitch. No, I'm not doing that anymore, man. And it was outdoor, it was cold. Well, not cold, cold,
Yeah,
but you
it's,
get my point.
is it not summer now?
No, well, it's getting to spring, but this week the weather kind of flipped again, and it actually rained some
Oh,
hailstones this week and
wow,
snowed in
wow.
some places. Yeah, it was a funny week, but I think going forward it's going to be better weather. Yesterday was good. We had like 11 degrees. It was sunny.
Hmm.
That was the most important thing. The sun came out, so it was really good, you know. But at some point, you get used to like all of that, and you just go with the flow. I think it was this year or last year actually, that I just changed my psyche and said, "This is the weather. This is the weather. Like, no need feeling some type of way about the weather and everything. I just embraced it and I didn't complain about it or even make up that much conversations about it like I used to, you know,
Mm.
because people who live here don't. So it is what it is. And that's that. So just keep it moving there. What's Steve up to? Steve is still putting the script together, right? Let me see.
Steve, you know go APC convention. Canadians for
I
APC.
know.
They Abuja. Oh. They're in Abuja right now.
They can't afford me.
Oh, wow. Top
Steve,
how
don't worry.
much?
We'll freestyle you. Don't stress yourself. Let's just start. Let's start the
On
show.
top how much?
Oh,
Let's
you're
start the
recording
show.
already. Have you not? We've not started.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, we have
This is
technically.
like
I'm just saying, don't stress yourself with. You understand,
No, okay, okay, okay. Got you.
bro?
this is
See,
like a
you wake
sermon.
up. You wake up at 3 a.m. I was thinking about it the other day that you wake up at 3 a.m. to record this podcast. I woke up at 3 a.m. or 2 a.m. the other time, and I was like, this guy has to wake up at this specific time to record this podcast. You should be podcaster of the month, man. Every month, just for that
It's
alone.
just that I can't be because we have an INEC in the house, so um an INEC that is rigging the
Well,
whole
let me
thing.
see who
So
won the last one. Let me see who
Panic.
won the last one. We actually did a joint pod of the month for February and I believe March, or was it January, February? Anyways, I'm checking it now to see who is the Pod of the Month. The winner goes to round of applause for the winner. Round of applause for the. Wait, where's my sound?
Maybe we know
Where's
the
my
winner
sound?
first.
Where's my sound? Can you guys hear the sound?
Yep.
Yes. Round of applause to Ayomide Tayo, the head of the family.
Now so.
The head of the family. Shout out to Ayomide Tayo. He won with a whooping 47.1% of the votes.
If I didn't win, I would have said that a Ghanaian cannot be overseeing our election. But since that we've won, I am okay now. Yes, I'm fine.
What is a Ghanaian?
Is it, you know now, there's a Ghanaian
Oh
amongst
my
us
God.
now. A
Oh
Ghanaian
my
cannot be
God.
running our election. No.
Oh my God. Now they say you're Ghanaian.
You would have asked for his work visa. Straight
Straight
up.
up. Straight up. You know, Nigerian immigration doesn't play. Nigerian
No,
immigration
it
No,
doesn't
doesn't.
play.
where's
Mhm.
the
When they
documentation?
decide not to play. When they
Yeah,
decide not to play.
when they decide not to play and pack you people, they will pack you people back to your country.
But on the real though, I think Nana is Nigerian. You guys know, right?
Yeah, it's Nigerian. We know now. Yeah. At
Okay.
this point, obviously.
Yeah, it's Nigerian. Anyways, Ayomide is the Porter of the Month, came in first with 47.1 votes, and Steve and Osagie shared second position because we both came in with 26.5 votes percent
Wow,
of the votes, actually.
that's
So
interesting.
I put more percentage than our presidents at the last election. Look at.
Yes. Now all you need to do for the next month is set up your convention. Where's your convention going to hold?
It's going to be in Calabar for intents and purposes. Calabar is a very nice place to have a convention. Still don't respect. Abuja is too mainstream for us. We're going to Calabar.
What are you going to do in Calabar?
There's Tinapa there. There's everything. Don't worry. It's going to be a wonderful occasion. Don't worry. Obudu Cattle Ranch and all.
Calabar.
Yes.
You will come or you
That's
no go come.
You know come Obudu Ranch.
You
if
will
you
come
are
or you
treating
no
me
go
as a
come.
delegate, it depends if you are going to treat me well as a delegate.
All my delegates, bro. What do you mean?
Now, see, this delegate season, now delegates they enjoy now. They're
Bro,
selling, guys. The delegates are selling the future of the country right now. That's what
easy
they are
peasy,
doing
my
right now.
nigga. Easy
You know.
peasy. The amount
Sorry.
of dollars that will be in Abuja this period. Will be
Delegate.
sorry, is this the convention where they choose who's going to run in 2027?
I believe
No,
it's
no,
meant
no.
to be right. No, this
It's
this
not.
was just
This
a
is
general
the
convention.
yeah. They're
Ah,
choosing this is the convention where they chose the 25 member national working committee, like the top decision making body of the party. Do you get?
Okay.
Yeah.
but I'll say it's too early for them to have started
This
running.
convention, yeah, this convention is just to say, oh, we've started work for 2027 election. That's all, like officially, you know.
And they started early. This is the earliest. Is this the earliest we've seen them start? Because this whole
I
run up
won't
to
think so.
2027 started in late 2025, right?
I won't think so. I wouldn't think so because this is officially the first event to mark this kickoff of the 2027 election season. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is this is March 2026, and the election is next 1 year away. So yeah, it's the same thing. It makes sense.
Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah, it
Anyways,
makes sense.
we'll talk about it on the show, talk about a couple of other things. Got some interesting stuff, everything that's happening. I want to talk about a few people also, taking sides early enough with this whole thing. Let's talk about it and let's just gist. Let's just it's loose talk. You know how we do. Are you guys ready? Are y'all
Let's
ready?
go.
Let's go.
Are
Let's
you
go.
sure you're ready? Are you sure you are ready? All right, let's go.
Let
Let's
us
go.
move.
Let's go.
We're going to start a live recording right now. We're going to play for you our first tune tonight. It's going to be about 4 tunes. And the first tune is called Olohun Ta Wa Se Yara Jẹ́ Ká Bẹ̀rẹ̀. Now, which means let's start what we have come into the room to do. Right on. Here goes. 1, 2, 3.
Hold on. This is the person they said does not live up to the expectations of a pop star that came out just 15 years ago, right? This person
Who said that? Who
creating
said
this
that?
music. That's what they said on the
I-
internet now.
When was this? Which internet was this? Because me, I don't know.
They didn't say that Wizkid is more influential and has done more for Nigerian
Oh,
music
that's
than,
young.
than Fela.
Yeah. Yo, yes, that's what they said. I remember now. Yes, that's what they said.
All right. Anyways.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
Break in, they ain't let us in. We pass on the settlements. This path I don't recommend. We pass what they expected, man. I go where they never can. I float, I don't never land. When it's dark, you don't know where you going. Need a light bearer to lead you home. I go where they never can. I float, I don't never land. When it's dark, you don't know where you going. Need a light bearer to lead you home. Light 'em up, beat me up. The only GOAT, the genius one. They switching sides, I seen it coming. The plot twist, a convenient one. Look, nobody finna extort me, even when they record me. I'ma keep it more G. Hand me a drink before I get more deep. She hates sports unless she watching from the floor seats. I hate that guy didn't make a couple more of me. And all my haters in the chords at the accordingly. They imitate the sound, call it forgery. What we doing's more importantly. Look where we made it to. Made love that's unmakeable, bonds that's unbreakable. Broke rules and bent corners and hosts are breaking through. Basically went out my way to make a way for you. Basically we finna take them high places through it. Way improved and like a beta we gon' stay improving. This the light that's gonna illuminate the way we moving. Trust in me, we going God mode, the theory's proven. Light 'em up, beat me up. The only GOAT, the genius one. They switching sides, I seen it coming. The plot twist, a convenient one.
I walk up to the preacher man just to pick your love name. listening to Loose Talk.
Welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Loose Talk, baby. Yes. We started the show with Fela Kuti's Let's Start off that's the Ginger Baker album now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the
Good Ginger
70s, right?
Baker.
73.
Early 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course we followed up with Ye's Preacher Man off his Bully album. Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, dropped an album yesterday, day before yesterday. Bully.
Yes. Day before
Yeah.
yesterday.
And this is the first single of the album called Preacher Man. I like the record because it reminds me of old Kanye. Aya, what do you think about this record?
I'm not this record particular one. I like it. I like the sampling. I like the drums. And that's classic Kanye for you. But I've not heard the album. I saw the funny one, Father, that video. I
Yeah.
don't really like that record. I don't know what they're doing on that one. But this one I like it. So maybe I'll listen to it today after the pod.
Okay. Because I know you're a big Kanye West fan. Wink, wink.
Well, yes. On if you cancel the last 6 albums, I'm a big Kanye West fan.
6 out? No, crazy. That's crazy. 6 albums.
Not
Canceling
6
the-
albums.
No, it's
No.
not 6 albums.
Come on now, guy.
When did he start?
Life,
From my last favorite Kanye album was Watch the Throne. After that, I'm sorry, man.
no. Life of Pablo was
No,
good.
come on, man. Come
Okay,
on,
sorry,
man.
there's
Come on now.
Life of Pablo. I'm very sorry. Yes, there's Life of Pablo. Yes. After that, the Kardashians got him, man. So I don't know about the other ones.
You understand? No, Life of Pablo. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
There's even Jesus
Life
is
of-
King was a good album.
Bro, those are for people that
By
believe
that time, Ayo has
that
checked
segue.
out.
That segue is not for me. The greatest Christian rapper of all time. Let's not argue about this. Is Kirk Franklin. Any other person that all this one that is doing,
So
you know,
you didn't like
deceive me.
Jesus? You didn't like Jesus is King?
Jesus is King. The one they did on the mountain. The one he did with Kid Cudi. All the other funny
Well, you don't
albums.
like
I know, bro.
You don't like Kiss's Ghost.
I mean, I know they see ghosts in Jesus' name. So, I'm
This was
bipolar.
that's the joint album with Kid Cudi, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm bipolar
That
and
was
is
good.
great. What's that one? I'm bipolar and is great. I'll be bipolar is some funny name. I know.
We
I
know
know.
that's Ye,
So,
and that's Ye. Yeah.
when he went to that mountain
That's
to
the
go and do
that's
that
the Ye
album.
album. That's the Ye album,
Um,
2018. Yeah.
Oh,
But
I also
Jesus
like
is-
this one.
Ju-
The one that
But
had the
Donda,
weekend.
Donda is a good album now.
Donda was when Donda is good. Was good.
Uh-uh.
Was good.
Donda is good now.
Far from its best, boy, it's good. It was a good album.
Donda is the one that has Guess Who's Gonna Jail Tonight?
It's the one that has the weekend. I know that one for sure.
Yeah, that has the record
Mm.
with no, Donda is good. Donda is
Yeah,
good. So
Donda
after
is good,
Donda
Donda is
was
good.
Donda 2, then Bully. It's just that it
No,
has a
good.
lot of unreleased stuff that people keep thinking their albums or stuff. But
Yeah,
you can't say
then
6, 7. See now, come on, man.
There are vultures too. I didn't like vultures.
No, Vulture is more like collaborative albums. He did Vultures with
Yeah.
Tiger Sign and so Vultures for
Yeah, he did,
Vultures
but
too.
he did something in Vulture that beats that is admirable, which is having a #1 record.
He did?
Yes, they had a #1 record in that album.
Oh, okay.
Which song is that? Which song is that?
Yeah. I've
But anyways,
forgotten, but
yeah,
he had
man,
a
give
#1 record now.
it to-
Is it the one he featured those Syria
come
fans
on,
inside?
man.
I don't think so.
Mm. Anyway, it's
Yeah,
good to
give
see him
it
back,
to-
sir.
Give it to you, man. Yeah, give it to you. No, even Jesus is King. Remember Follow God? Remember this record? Can't remember.
No,
this
those
record.
are
Follow God.
jams now. Those are jams now.
The Carnival, the record Carnival. Carnival was #1. Yeah.
Life like this is what your life like. Try to live the life right. People really know you push your buttons like type
Come
right.
on, man. Come on, man. I was already.
No, that's what I
losing
said. He
count
got
of
his
it.
No, he got his mojo back on this album. And I can't lie on that one. The rollout was mad. Him staying in the stadium,
Yeah.
doing all those. Yeah.
No, that's Donda.
When he wants to
That's
focus
Donda.
on
This,
music.
I was
Oh,
playing
sorry.
Jesus King for you. Yeah, this is Jesus is King.
Mm.
Anyways, man, give it to Kanye. Like, I think what has overshadowed again, his music and his choreography in like the last few years is like the outrageous things he said and like
Yeah,
very
the
polarizing
off-
things he said.
Yeah.
And that has it made me realize something, right? Like perception of an artist in the view of the of the
Public.
consumer, right? Especially
Mhm.
when there's a consensus on the behavior of the artist. It's directly, I won't say indirectly now. It's directly now tying into how they consume the music, or just the
Yeah.
perception of how the music sounds.
Hmm.
People just like, he's not making great music again, or he's not this, he's not doing that. It's the same thing that happened to, actually, I'll bring it back to someone as far back as Blackface. Once Blackface started that whole, I'm not getting credit for the records that I wrote, right? And because, let's keep it a buck, let's bring it back to Nigeria, because he was also not in the financial, he did not have the financial capacity to run that
Yeah.
campaign,
That's the
right?
cocoa one. Hmm.
Everybody just stuck with the guy who got the money.
Yeah.
Whether his claim is real or not, I'm not saying if his claim is real or not, whether his claim is real or not, it
You know who
just
by now.
looked like everybody took a side with the person who they want, who they felt like they could gain more from. And they didn't
Yeah.
want to
And
hear this guy out.
yeah, and the other guy was, he was seen as correctly seen as the golden child and the next savior of Nigerian music. So hey,
Yeah, you're not
and
telling him he
Blackface was
took.
seen as the rebel.
Yeah, you're now claiming that the one record that blew this guy and took him to the stratosphere is what is in contention and that you wrote it. That just destroys the whole legacy of the guy everybody spent years building up. So everybody's going to do what's in their power to make sure you sound like a lunatic.
Yeah. A lot of people are invested in the main guy. So you where they come with the ulterior narrative, bro.
You know,
We don't have time for that here.
no, nobody has time for that. I've been seeing a lot of conversation around um this Dibanj and Don Jazzy thing. I don't know if you've been seeing these
Yeah, I
conversations.
saw it. It started
What's
on
that?
Friday. I saw it.
What's that? The band on
Um,
Jazzy. No,
I'm
I
yeah,
was
telling
about
you,
sleeping. I can't.
how everyone took the Don Jazzy's side after the breakup,
yeah.
I didn't even
including Pause. I'm like, what has Pause got to do with this again,
wait.
bro?
Okay, yeah. I added.
So
I put that. Yeah,
the post exists during the 2012 breakup.
bro.
Because
You're
I was,
talking to young people who have mixed up the timeline, and I wanted to address this thing. I really don't need to. I put it in the group.
No, you
Everybody
don't need
laughed.
to.
Everybody laughed.
Yeah,
But I'm telling you why you need to. Narratives, bro.
no, Steve, you have to. You like play.
Narratives are, this podcast might not be listened to, like it might not go mainstream, right? But if somebody is going to search this thing one day, they will search and find this conversation we're having
Yeah, the
that
truth.
counters
Yeah,
this thing. Because one
yeah.
person puts it up, I mean, it had only 975 views, the tweet, right? It quoted Ose, who was talking about it. Ose said, and that's at I am underscore Smeezy, by the way. He says
Smeezy.
the
Yeah,
fans went with Don Jazzy after the split and not admitting that is dishonest. And he's 100% right.
It's 100% right. It's
He's
narratives.
100%
Yeah.
right. And I will explain to you why the fans ended up doing that. Do you understand? But he's 100% right. Someone now quotes his tweet and says, stimulus checks went around, had Pauls posting about eviction notice in front of the Banj house. The timeline is absolutely what? Is
that's
warped.
wild. The time
You
jump
know
is
what?
Warped.
incredible.
Because the
Not to make.
whole the Banj split happened in what? 11, 12,
11,
right?
12,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pulse's existence, even though they started off in 2013, right? I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what timeline this person is putting us in, but like Pulse had, by 2013, Pulse was basically doing content farming.
Yes, no.
Yeah.
There was
They
no editorial
restructured
voice
in
now. Yeah.
14, and then by 15, then rose to that prominence of
Mm.
journalism, etc, etc, right?
Authority in the game. Yeah.
So you see the timeline is messed up, but you see what is
Not
going on.
not to even make it an Osagie thing, but I think Osagie even played a part in in the platform on the platform that even gave the band the biggest voice during that period.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
He
get
tilted for a minute. Let's not forget, fam.
the
Do
go
you understand?
the classic interview.
Yeah, the classic
So
interview. You know, one day we can go into all of that. But again, just to
yeah,
break it down into the thing, narratives do matter. And I think for the longest time, Don Jazzy has understood like narratives.
Oh, yes,
For
clearly.
the
He's a king
longest
of
time, the
narratives.
band was the villain.
what really happened, Osagie? What was it that Don Jazzy leaned into like the underdog thing,
No, so
right?
what
And
happened
everybody
was,
took sympathy.
okay, what happened was, so for the longest time, the band is the most vocal. right?
Yes.
Don Jazzy wasn't vocal. But Don Jazzy was the guy who
But
was speaking to the Banjis. Yeah,
Don't
that was
just
their
only
whole
talk
thing.
once.
He
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like the
yeah.
Don. He has the walking stick and the hat. Is literally the Don. You understand? So he was like the guy who blesses you with the sound, the all-powerful guy who doesn't talk. The Banjis, El Chapo is El Capo is the number one,
Don
sharpshooter in the
Dada.
team. Okay, so they have the falling out where Don Jazz is like, we're going to do this thing locally. The band is like, no, let's take this thing
International.
internationally.
internationally, yeah.
All right. And then they have that split. Of course, it's a bit more detailed there. There are finances involved. You understand? And a lot of all that going on. So there's a split there already happening. And you can see it. And everybody inside the label starts taking sides immediately.
Yeah.
Bankuli obviously is on the Banji side. K-Switch
Mm-hmm.
obviously is on the Banji side.
Advantage side.
Special Ed is on the Banji side. Then Bizo and Co are on
Don
Don
Jazzy.
Jazzy's
Don
side. You
Jazzy side.
understand? Then one day, Don Jazzy's side. Seed. Everybody starts taking splits inside the family. All that crack is happening already. Do you understand? There was also the Dr. Seed, the bunch thing going on. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
That we
That's
later
the one, yeah.
discovered. That we later discovered of a leaked conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All thanks to. Let me keep
Osagie
it.
and
Let me
Look,
keep it there.
yeah.
publishing it.
We've all moved on. We've all moved on.
We've all moved
Sunday
on.
Sunday morning when your mates they go church.
I
That
did
was what
break
you were
story.
planning. That was what you were planning.
You understand? So there was all that going on. Then that interview with Good Luck Jonathan.
Yeah, that was another break. Another
Remember that
point
that
of
that
friction.
interview with Good Luck Jonathan, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that point, Good Luck Jonathan was also not very popular with the PDP. And then Don Jazzy all of a sudden then becomes very vocal on Twitter, starts
Yes.
tweeting. Person we don't give
Mm-hmm.
people credit, airtime.
Yeah.
The hard
and
way.
then
This one they buy paper, they type.
and they did exactly. And then there was that whole thing of him saying, "Oh, that whole interview setup was the Banji's idea," something like that.
Yeah.
And then that happened as well. So everybody just looked at the Vange and painted him as the villain. And it was easy to do it because the Vange is also not really likable. If you don't want to like him, it's easy not to like him. If you choose
It
not
was
to
also
like
the
him.
big. It was also the superstar in the whole equation.
Yeah.
You get. Yeah.
And Nigerians like to root for the underdog.
And Nigerians love rooting for the underdog.
And there was this sentiment that it was Don Jazzy that was doing everything for him. That Don Jazzy was the real
the brain
backbone.
behind the
Yeah.
success. Yeah.
Yeah. And also the
The success,
sentiment
yeah.
of why do we have to go international? Why can't we just keep it local?
Yeah.
This whole thing of the West just wants to use you and everything. And I don't think the band had the best international experience. I'll be like, you see, this is what Don Jazzy was saying from the
He
beginning.
also didn't invest in that PR. Because all these things still boils down to the guys who are the program managers at radio, the OAPs at radio, the narrative guys. Because it's
Yeah,
all
remember-
shaping of narrative. There's
Remember
no
But
good
to be
guy
fair-
here.
To
There's
be
no
fair to
evil
the,
guys. Yeah.
to be fair to the bands too, the reason why they didn't frame the narrative well locally was because they were not focused on local media at that time. Remember, this is the band that we used to celebrate him being in Lagos. Like
Yeah,
we used to
remember.
celebrate the bunch being in Lagos, not like
So you don't hear
the
you don't
bunch
hear
being
say
in
the ba-
Lagos is a big deal because he wasn't
Yeah.
always
Like-
around. He was always in
like,
New
bro,
York, LA,
bro, you know, say the band be
London.
around.
Yeah, exactly. So
I remember the day
he didn't-
I remember the day I saw the band in the club. This was the good music era days, bro.
yeah,
It felt like you seeing The Weekend. It was insane. That good music
It
chain,
was
the way it was
special.
shining from afar. You can say this one original.
telling
This is
you.
the Kanye West chain. This is the real Kanye
Yeah.
West chain. Yeah.
So please,
Let's-
just to state again, let's go back to the point. Stimulus checks did not go around. We've not been paid to run any story. I personally, and I can vouch for these guys on the call, that we have been paid to run a smear campaign. Do you understand? We've been paid to run an agenda that is discrediting anybody. Have we
So
had
may we fuck 'em up.
collaborations with people to push artists and stuff like that? That's entirely different. But
Yes.
that they paid and said, evil here, good here, paint us as the good guys, paint us as the bad guys. I don't think you know the guys at Paul's, and I'm talking the era that we were all there. You understand that You will pay. No, man. Come on, man.
You don't even know how to start that conversation. You don't even know how to. You don't even know to approach first of all.
I believe I've said this on this podcast one time where I don't know which story we wrote on the bench, and then they reached out to us.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys remember that? Well,
I can't remember that
then.
story.
Oh, well, pause. The band had the manager. I've forgotten the guy. Frankly, no, one guy that he ended up having an issue with later on with the girl in the hotel, an issue. That guy.
Yeah, I know that. I know that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice guy now, moved on with his life. I can't remember his name. He's great, so we don't even mention his name. Was managing the band at the time. I know he was in the car that time. I know Banga was in the car as well, right? And then he called me, says Banga wants to see me. Where am I? Can they see me now? It's in the afternoon. When can that happen? This is me when I think I was already like director of markets of maybe editorial publishing. Do you understand? Like that era where I'd moved a bit higher, even though I
Yeah.
was doing like AIC work, but like I was doing more stuff in, like my day was always busy, super busy, right? So I'm just like, it's, I had to, so the guy talked and everything. And I said, bro, let me try and explain to you my day. How many people I work with, about 70 people across Africa. This is the kind of things I'm doing. I don't have time to sit with anybody that is not bringing any value to what I'm doing. I hope you understand. So you're not mistaken with somebody who is a writer and is excited to meet somebody. So I think the guy had it in speaker in the car. Banga just went off. He couldn't control himself in the car again.
For real?
He just went off
Mhm.
ranting. Tani Bobo,
Yeah.
Was this Is this what led to you guys now meeting in social media weekend? You guys were now hugging it
Yes,
out.
and we now hugged it out. There was not a video. He now did pack zone. We now hugged it out. But that was the
Yeah.
problem. I was trying to tell me, I don't have time for you people. Please, I'm facing my life. I have work to do.
I'm battling my job here.
Do you
You know,
understand? I have
yeah.
work to do. I'm building spreadsheets. I probably have a presentation I need to go and do somewhere. You're telling me I have sales targets. That's when we in the editorial also now had sales targets. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
We
Yeah.
now had to justify why I had so many writers creating
Writers.
content and paying those salaries. That it was crazy. That's the kind of pressure you're on every month or every quarter. When you have a meeting with your boss, you have to justify why every writer in the writing room, and glory to God, we were actually moving numbers and selling the pages and everything. So it was good, And, the stimulus checks went around. What's the do you know what they cost? How much did you want to pay us? We turned down money from people running for president.
Yep.
Turned down money. 2015.
No, I think it's artists that will now come out. We can't tell you now. Come on.
They came. They
Stimulus check
reached
on
out to
artists
us.
in 20 Yeah.
They reached out
What
to
was the
us.
similar check of an
Crazy.
artist in 2012? Sir?
I don't understand.
Do you understand? People came with money. They wanted us to
And-
be a pro something in that 2015. I said, "Fuck out of
Mhm.
here! No, we're going to do what we have to do." You understand?
And not to big our trumpet too, but back then in the music journalism space, nobody gave a fuck about say. Now we see with the writer. Oh, this has happened. This is what happened. Nobody cares about. There was less agenda back then. So
Actually,
this
yeah,
issue of
there was
stimulus
less agenda.
checks,
Yeah,
bro.
it's like now everything now, right? So I always
You have
thought
to do a
myself,
double take.
Yeah, I do
I even wonder how the Don Jazzy the bunch conversation would have gone on Nigerian Twitter today.
It's
Ah,
entirely
blood.
different.
Bro, blood,
Entirely
Jesus
different,
Christ.
man. It would have
Camps
been
would
First
have
of
been-
all,
Twitter camps would have been
first of all, there would have been a tribal angle to it too. You know?
But back then there was a tribal angle too.
There was.
There was,
Yes.
but it wasn't
Yes.
as obvious as it would have been today, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
But
didn't have
there was a
room
tribal angle to it. Exactly. Of course there was a tribal angle to
Yeah.
it. I remember.
Yeah, there was.
You know.
There was the whole tribal thing. Ah, fuck.
I also remember when Don Jazzy said something about that he He gave the band, like the band took all his catalogs. The band took most of the cars. Twitter went off on the band, bro.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the band suffered.
See,
I
the
told
band
you,
suffered,
suffered, though.
they
Twitter
suffered.
went off on the band.
Suffered.
No.
They suffered so much that that
So-
fantastic album he dropped. They didn't want to
yeah,
listen to it. And like,
nobody cared. Yeah, nobody
Nobody
cared.
listened. Bro.
he
Yeah,
did a lot trying to get himself back to where he is,
yeah.
Bro,
and
he brought
and I
Amber Rose to
Then
Nigeria.
he brought it
What do you
back.
want again?
He did it. Then he suffered another thing again. 20 was it 2020?
losing his
Uh,
Yeah,
child,
the
right?
whole no,
no,
the
no,
whole rape
no.
accusation.
Okay,
Allegation
that
thing.
whole thing was there as well.
That whole thing was there again, So the guy battled a lot, to be very honest,
He did.
Shout out to Banga.
But Banga is good though.
Shout out to Banga.
In terms of
Yeah.
investment, bruh.
Of
Banga
course.
is top 5 in the game.
I'm,
Any
I'm,
generation.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Everybody, like the people who made it out, made it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don
Yeah,
Jazzy
good.
has obviously grown into, bro. Look at
These guys all deserve to make it out.
They
yeah.
do.
All deserve to make because they put in the work.
No,
Yeah.
they did.
They put in the work. So I'm happy they all made it out. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Steve, someone has smoke for you. Aisha, fan of
Yeah.
the show. Fan of the show. Wrote
I saw Loose Talk retweeting it.
Yes,
Loose
wrote
Talk
some
said my
words.
own podcast they beef me, sir. Now wow.
Wrote some words for you. Aisha says, Aisha, how are you? Shout out to you. And thanks for listening to Loose Talk all this time. So we're going to read it out. Aisha says, Steve's reply to someone's email being an emotional response is so off-putting. Loose Talk, especially, is so off-putting Loose Talk, especially because it's a valid thing. Thankfully, two people wrote in about the same issue, so maybe look at it again. Women are running away from a larger percentage of men, and you say it's emotional. Let's be serious, please. We see the news of 8 months and 3-year-olds being raped. It's mostly men doing it. Women are extra cautious on the streets and markets and even in their homes. It's because of men. So, what do you mean? She said she waited till this morning to type her response just to see if her mind was going to let it go, but it didn't. Some episodes ago, Sags mentioned an artisan moving to his wife's friend in their home. Was it a woman? Let's do better, beg, loose talk. And I said,
I'll send the tweet. This is not my party, so please.
yeah. No, shout out to friend of the show, listening to the show for a long time. And
Yeah, for longest time.
I like disposition and things. Steve, do you remember saying this first of all?
Of course I said it now.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Of course I said it now. And it's also a fact, like being emotional does not automatically make you wrong or right. Like it's not about being wrong or right when like it just means that you're having a reaction to something that matters to you. So it's not an indictment on you saying that you're emotional about an issue. Do you get that issues that you bring up in my life that I will be emotional about? It's just human feelings. And so I don't understand how that's a problem when I say you are emotional about something. It's not. How is that an indictment? How is that something that is off-putting? It's a fact because this issue matters to you. And sometimes when you're emotional, you tend to, how do I put it? Maybe overreact is not the word I want to use, but there tends to be that element of overreaction or over exaggeration, or how do I put it? So I was also reacting to a comment to an email that was criticizing us about a comment that we made about an issue. And I was like, we're just being logical. Like it was just common sense that we're applying to that matter, right? While the person who was responding was just being emotional. And it's fine to be emotional about something that matters so much to you. That's something that like maybe evokes emotion or any kind of like emotion out of you. Do you understand? So I don't think it's a huge issue me saying, oh, you're emotional about it. You're emotional, it's fine. So yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Steve Diddy. On to lighter
Your
things.
feelings are valid, yeah? Your feelings are valid. Okay? That's all.
Okay. And Asha, I can confirm he said that with a straight face. So he really means it. He does mean it. On to lighter things. You guys can see my haircut.
On to other things. Did they ask us how our week was?
I was starting
You know,
with mine,
that's
then I was going to lead with that, then ask you how your own week went. I
You
just
see
want
how,
to,
you
okay.
see how.
yeah.
All right, please go.
You're just being emotional.
Yes, I am, because it matters to me. I want you to care about how my week has gone.
How
Okay?
your week went. No problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, my week ended with me going to visit my barber after I went to the other place and he fucked up my whole hair, right? So I went back to my barber's place. He texted me that he was back from Accra. He went for holiday for like 5 weeks, texted me he's back. So I went to see him yesterday. My hair was all messed up, and I just told him, man, I said, man, guy, Kelvin, I miss you, man. I've missed you. And he looked at my
Oh,
head. He looked at my head and said, I can see why. I see it. You know. I said, I can see why. Then he went ahead while cutting my hair to tell me how other people had missed him as well. And
I've
even
missed him as well.
the
Yeah.
wives of the people he cuts their hair called, him through their husbands or boyfriends' phones to say, thank you
Yeah.
for, I'm glad you're back. That's how much people missed him. So he was telling me
People missed him.
when he went to Accra and he had spent like 4 weeks. His friends were asking, man, hey, are you not going to miss some of your customers? He's like, no worries about them.
The customers day.
They're all
they
coming back.
wrong.
Once I send a text that I'm back in town, they're all going to come back. He was even
Yeah.
telling me one of my other friend, who's my former colleague, hadn't shaved, did not like cut his hair or shave, do anything for 5 weeks straight. Because he didn't want any
Come
other
on.
person to touch it. I'm telling you, it was crazy.
Yeah, you can shave your beard yourself now.
The guy left everything for
He
this
left
guy.
The guy
everything.
no just
No one
trust
bother.
himself.
But when he was done with the haircut, I looked at it and said, okay, now I see why you should be cutting my hair, Because my wife,
Yeah.
there was a text, someone sent a text in the group in where I stay, like Nigerians in the city I stay, right? We have like a group, Someone said, oh man, I found the barber here and everything. So when I told my wife, hey, man, I'm going to cut my hair, she said, oh, are you going to the new? I'm like, no, I need to go back to Kelvin. He needs to reset my head.
The
He needs to
function.
reset
Yeah.
the lines. Yeah.
Yes, he needs to reset it. When you set it, I can then attempt to, I can
Yeah.
think about, even though I don't think I'm going to do it, But you need someone to just reset your hair, cut it well. Man, hey. So that's how my week went. How did your week go, Mr. Steve Diddy?
My week was great. When you don't spend your week hating on like maybe a young journalist who interviewed like one of the goats of a it's your week will be fine. Do you get? When you don't spend your week hating.
Oh my god. Oh
When you don't spend
Steve,
how far?
you're a petty bitch. Wallah.
Yes, I am. I agree.
For context, let's just contextualize it now. For context, right? Jay-Z had an interview with GQ magazine, right? And the interview was
Yeah.
conducted by Fraser Tarp, right? AKA the
Yeah.
Summer Man, a young journalist. Oh, and it's not that young. People think the boy is like 20.
He's not that young. Yeah, because he has baby face. Yeah, he's 30,
Yes.
he's 31 or so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had an interview, and obviously everybody was talking about the interview. And in the group, I was just saying I would have wanted somebody else to do it, somebody else that had
Yeah.
a bit more context, and that would make the interview, like, they would just dig deeper in some places where I felt stuff could have been dug deeper into, and Steve and his combs were a different
Our resident
opinion.
music correspondent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were a different opinion, and it felt like Fraser did like a fantastic job. I understand Steve's point.
Yeah.
Steve's like, this is a PR run, so
That's it.
Yeah, it's a
guidelines
PR
have been
run.
set.
Bro,
Nobody's
That's
going
it.
out of those guidelines anyway. So
before
Nobody.
Jay-Z
what's
sat
the
down
whole
that
point?
chair, Jay-Z sat down that chair, those questions were they have to, some people have to look over those questions.
Yeah,
There are
The
some people
briefing- the
some
brie-
mention.
The briefing would have been Similar to a DSS briefing.
An Obama
I'm telling
style
you.
interview. Yeah.
This is Rock Nation. Get your
I'm
fatigues on.
telling you.
Don't mention this person. Don't mention this. Don't mention that person. Don't mention this.
But
Because I also
interestingly,
felt that
everything was
That's-
covered. You know, everything
Yes.
was covered. But I just felt like a bit more contextual. You know, just a bit more. You know,
the New York Times will have a different approach. They will go in. They will dig into some places like, bro.
yeah.
So they just went to GQ, JJ. Let's go to GQ.
Which at the end
Eh-heh.
of the day, you know, in retrospect, thinking about it, it's GQ. What else do you want?
But
Exactly.
I've never seen
Wait.
GQ
Yeah.
for like investigative pieces. It's
Yeah,
just
for a GQ magazine cover interview, it's actually very okay.
it's good.
Very okay.
It's
It's good.
just that there are some Jay-Z interviews I don't enjoy because Jay-Z is very good with PR and very good with staying surface.
Sound
This one
bites.
even came
Sound
a bit-
bites.
It came a bit
Yeah.
lower.
It
to be
even
honest.
came a bit, yeah, because
You know.
because the conversations were about rap.
Yeah, you know, have
Mhm.
you guys
Yeah.
watched that Jay-Z David Letterman interview?
Yes.
When Jay-Z went on David Letterman show, oh my, I hated it, man.
Which one? The Letterman show that's on Netflix.
Yeah, the one on Netflix. Hove just went.
Yeah.
On, just like, what the hell is this? You
My
know?
my next guest is or something like
Yes,
that.
my next
Yeah.
guest
my next
is,
guest
you
is-
know. So there are some interviews
Yeah,
Hove does,
yeah.
like, I'm like,
The
stop.
worst Jay-Z interview is the one he did with this guy on CNN, the black guy on CNN. The black guy that was
Oh.
on CNN.
Don Lemon.
No, not Don Lemon. There's another black guy on CNN. That was on
Jones.
CNN. Jones, thank you.
Yeah,
You know,
Van
Jay-Z
Jones.
did an interview with him
Yeah.
up there after 444 or something. That
You know,
was
in
the
retrospect,
worst.
and I was talking about like Joe Budden, Rob McMahon. Actually, those are not the people I want him to do interviews.
Those are not the people.
You know who I
Yeah.
want? The guy on
Who?
the
I
want Joe
what's his
Rogan.
not no. Woo, that would be a good one.
That would
3
be a good
hours,
one.
4 hours.
Jay-Z can't
Knock
do a
it
Joe
off.
Rogan interview. That's the thing.
Jay-Z
can't
can
go
do
that
a
deep.
Joe Rogan interview.
We're not going to go
You
that
go on
deep.
Joe Rogan, you have to just
You'll be-
open up.
You'll be
Yeah,
found
you have
out.
to demystify yourself. Yeah, you have to
Yeah.
show what you really are.
Because
And Jay-Z is
You'll be
well
found out.
curated.
It's 3 hours. There's no you can't curate a Joe Rogan interview.
Yeah.
You can't curate
Elon
it.
Musk went there and
Yeah.
smoked weed. Went out of character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. His stock prices will crash.
Do you understand?
He's bored.
Went out of
Bored. They
character and
send him
smoked
mail.
It's just, you know, so, but I would have loved him to do it with the guy called what's his name, Ari Belma, is that his name? The journalist, you know, I don't know if you guys know him. You guys know him now, the guy that uses
Yes,
like
now.
rap in his journalism, that mixes hip hop.
Melba, not Belma. Melba.
Melba,
Ari
thank you.
Melba.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
That is who I would have loved Jay-Z to do an interview with. I think
Where is
that
he on?
would
Is he on SNBC? Where is he? I think he's SNBC. Where is he on? I can't
He's
remember.
He's on MS now.
MS.
Oh, okay. MS now. Okay.
Yeah, he's on MS now. Like, I like him. The beat
Yeah,
with
guy
Ari
is great
Melba,
too.
that's the name of the
Yeah.
show. You know, he's the one
Yeah,
that
yeah,
did the breakdown of God Did.
Yes, God did. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z took that audio and put it on his streaming platforms and called it Hove Did.
Yeah.
You know, I like because he is a big fan, but he's a hip hop fan, but he can play in all those other spaces as well.
Yeah, his
understand?
vest.
I just needed that. I needed a bit more, you know.
No.
But
The
shout
level
out
at
to
which Jay-Z
Fraser
is.
Tapp, yeah.
The level at which Jay-Z is, he can direct any interview the way he wants to. At the end of the day,
He's
there's some
that
people
big.
you're not going to cut. You're not going to cut some people. You're not going to dissect them and say, "Oh, they're going to." No. Jay-Z still has all the cards.
Fair
He still has
enough.
all the cards. Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Ayo, how was your week?
My week was cool. Was chilled. Apart from the bloody cold, it was alright. Nothing much,
Yeah. Just drink your oranges, bro.
bruh, and hydrate properly. Yeah.
Yes. Very, very important. Especially after, you know, a lot of physical activity. Please make sure you drink a lot of water.
Def.
That's
If
great.
you're taking malaria drugs, you're not supposed to take fruits, according to
He didn't
our
take,
pharmacist.
no, it's vitamin
Did
C.
I take? It's vitamin C I'm taking now.
And he didn't take malaria.
Oh,
drugs.
okay.
Nigerians,
okay,
please,
sorry.
when people
Who's
have
taking
cold,
malaria
it's not
drugs for?
malaria. Nigeria, anyone says, "Oh, you have cold, I take malaria."
It's the
drugs."
first now. It's not. no, that's our national identity. You can't go against it, my guy.
We have to go against it. We
You
need to.
can't.
We need
Don't
to
do that.
reform.
Don't do
We need to
that.
reform the healthcare. This is the
No,
problem.
don't do that. No. It does not need reforming because it's been working.
Okay.
I don't understand. Why would you need? Why would you reform it when it's working? Anything that's happening to you is malaria. Is working. I can see it. It's working.
Like say,
about the malaria,
Ayo.
they now upgraded it to now say malaria typhoid. They have malaria and typhoid.
Everything.
Steve was
Yeah?
at that
I carry that.
discussion and we didn't know.
I carry that thing come here. Anything will do me now, malaria because of the medications I brought. I'm like, these medications are not going to waste. So anything will do me.
Excuse me. So you West African man, how is there mosquito in that kind of region?
Bro, don't worry yourself. There's no mosquito, but maybe not the ones where did it. Maybe he did blood.
The plasmodium, the plasmodium will never germ. No, germinate.
Oh god.
So you can reactivate. Just remind you.
I'm telling you, I just took the last sec. Now I was dealing with like a bad cold recently, like about 3 weeks ago. I just took the remaining ones.
You can't tell
I just
me.
pop on, Jerry. Yeah.
You say you just pop on.
I just pop on, bro.
Just pop on. No, just pop on.
Self-medication.
You can't tell me that the malaria, the insect, the mosquito insect that carries that malaria, that somehow they wouldn't have gotten rid of it in like
the female Anopheles mosquito.
Yeah, the one that carries that, carries
the malaria, the plasmodium or whatever it's called.
They would have found a way in it.
That's what they did now. Because like I said that's what they did. Like there's still mosquito here.
I think
it's not the mosquito that carries like the malaria.
Yeah.
There's still mosquitoes here, but it's not those ones.
They will get rid of that version. They will get rid of it.
Yeah, the version doesn't breed anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a way to do it, right?
There should be.
Maybe there's a way, but I don't maybe.
Let me ask.
Maybe there's a way, I don't know. Yeah, please ask.
Because there must have been a way. Yeah.
Is there a way?
I'm asking, but we can further the conversation. Anyways, glad to know you're doing well now, Ayo. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
We did.
That's good. All right, man. We just got a couple of things to talk about, and it will be fun to just gloss over everything at the same time. But let's start off with the APC convention that happened this week, last week.
The biggest party ever.
And before we even start there, right? Because we saw a couple of entertainers performing there. I believe Duncan Mighty,
shout out
Zamani,
shout out,
Peruzzi.
Shout out.
And Steve was telling me earlier that Tenny was there, just didn't even perform, but attended. So she might just be a car-carrying member of the party. We can never tell.
Which is your right as a Nigerian, as a citizen of this country. Yeah.
Of course. I think that is one thing people. So that is one thing. Let's start with the entertainers, right? I'll start with the entertainers. I saw a lot of people mentioning them on social, saying, "Oh, what are they doing there? Look at, they've sold out. They've sold them." Guys, I need to explain something to you, right? The first thing I need to explain to you guys who feel a type of way is that, fine, you can feel a type of way, but the person that you're feeling a type of way against also has a valid reason to sell their services at any time, right?
Anytime, bro.
The people that set up the art design, the people that supplied the what do you call it, the chairs that people are sitting on, the people that set up the stage, the people that supplied food, are we going to call these people out and cancel them?
Yeah, because it was supplying. The people that do this PA, the sound system. Yeah.
Now I can understand that entertainers are influential, right?
Yes,
that's the whole point, that beyond entertaining people at the crowd, when people do see them at these places, they sort of like endorse them because entertainers are influential. I understand that angle clearly, but are you going to stop somebody's bread because the person also has the power of influence that was bestowed upon him because he became an artist.
And my own is why even think about the artists performing. Ice Prince. When last do you see Ice Prince perform at a show? Then you are
In the
seeing him
performance shows.
perform. Is that?
In a perform, but continue.
No,
continue.
that was something like it's not like he's not Ice Prince is obviously not in his prime anymore. Right?
Yeah,
Like
it's not the Ice Prince of 15 years ago.
he's not Ice Prince of 15 years ago. Obviously, this is downtime for him as an artist. Right? Then he gets a gig as big as the and this could be one of the most like his high paying
Any
gig he has
gigs in
had,
a while.
earning gigs he has had in a while because he's an APC National Assembly. There's an opportunity to build them and they will pay. Do you get? And you're telling the man not to take it, right? That's what I would call an emotional response because yeah, you are obviously angry about the state of the country, about how you are dealing with electricity failure. You know, you are buying fuel for 1,000 over 1,000 naira. So you are being emotional about it. So I understand why you can call out the likes of Ice Prince. But if you are logical and you are, you are applying the common sense approach. Look at it. This is a man who's trying to make money. He's went there to offer a service. Like Osagie said, there are several people there, thousands of people there who are offering other services. Will you tell them not to do that? Are they not buying fuel like you? Are they not suffering the country just like you? They have an opportunity to make money and they will do that. Do you get? So that's just how I see it.
And
Dr. Mighty. When was the last time you saw Dr. Mighty? If you want to bring Dr. Mighty to a show, you're obviously not going to pay him as you are paying like maybe a B-list artist now or one of the artists that are trending, right? That is trending
yeah,
right now.
you're definitely not
Right?
paying
But
Dr. Mighty 80M.
exactly.
It's not possible.
But Dr. Mighty has the opportunity to get a reasonable amount of money from performing at an NPC convention because one is APC, is a national convention, and anything that you build them, they will pay because there's money. Do you get? That's it. This is an opportunity for them to earn money. So I don't understand why, we should be angry with artists who go to perform for like APC, for leaders that politicians that we don't like. So
Yeah.
I
that's
also
just
want
my
to
Also,
take
give,
on it.
yeah, thank you, Steve.
I've stopped doing this, right? Putting artists on the pedestal, making artists look like, oh, they are these moral agents that have to always be on the side of the good, which is your own side at the end of the day. Bro, they have their own rights as a citizen to choose which party they want to perform, to perform, to show up at and perform at the end of the day. And they've just done their own. When Labour Party was doing so, why didn't you people offer your own service and say we are going to help Peter Obi? None. So they have a right to do what they have to do at the end of the day. I'm not going to judge any man or any woman for doing what they have to do. It's just simple as that.
It's also easy to sit on your high horse and critique, what you call it, critique people, right, for what they do, for the services they offer. But let's bring it back for like our entrepreneurs, right? If you're an entrepreneur and you've critiqued these people, think about rendering your services somewhere and then they reach out to you to render your service. Are you going now? Because this is how it works, right? Once you start at that level, you can now go to every granular level. Are you now going to start selecting, offering your services to people who are not in the APC so you don't get paid by them? Do you understand? You offer website building services and then an APC chieftain wants to build his website, right? Because he's planning to run for a certain office. And then he lands on your table the contract. Are you now going to say, oh, you're a member of the APC, you are running for this position, and you want to use this website to launch your campaign? I'm not going to offer my services to you because I do not believe in the APC, in this political party. That's how granular we can get with this thing. If you want to critique someone for offering their services somewhere, then you have to look at it on all levels, and then it's a wormhole we all don't want to get into. Second thing is, like Ayo said, please stop putting entertainers, regular human beings like you and I, who are creative and make music or act or whatever source of form of entertainment they play in, right? Stop making these people look like they are the ones holding the Holy Grail and leading people to the green to Canaan land. They're human beings like you and I. Stop giving them the responsibility for solving your problem in the country or being a mouthpiece of solving your problem in the country. When we have critiqued artists, which we've done on this podcast, in rationalizing what is happening in the country and being a mirror because they are creatives and that's art, that's one thing. But to then bestow on these people to leave what they are doing to then go on the offensive, right, with the government or the people in power, then come on, there are people you elected to do these things. There are processes to carry out. You didn't elect any artist. So if you elected somebody and the person hasn't been able to fix your roads or provide proper equipment in your hospitals or to upgrade your schools or whatever, can we go and face those people?
No, that's the hard
Whether
work
you're
for
recalling
Nigerians.
your senator or you're recalling a house, whatever, like go through that procedure and put the energy in there. The problem is we are not even equipped to go on that offensive with certain people, right? And
At all.
and that's where this whole fixation on the president and the governor is, and it's still not the way to solve the problems we have. We keep saying this thing. We're in election season now. Everybody again is hyper focused on where? On the number
Who's
one
the governor of Lagos?
the number one seat in the country and the number one seat in their states, right? These are not the problem solvers. They are responsible as well. These are the people that will approve the loans that we are collecting and then disbursing the loans anyhow. Granted.
Yeah.
But I feel like the top-down solving is not it. It's still bottom-up. And I remember, where's my camera going off? I remember what's his name? Scott Guma talking about this, right? You guys remember Scott Guma?
The great guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's a great guy. And he was talking about this. And guess what people started doing? They started attacking him. That he's been paid to deflect away from who wins the presidential elections.
Yeah.
He's actually been. I have a video here. I'm going to play part of it for you guys to listen to.
Please, I haven't had a take about that.
Of me yesterday on Twitter. I saw it yesterday on Twitter. So I said, okay, since I don't already wear this cap for my head, let me just come outside and confess.
They used AI to put the Tinubu Infinity cap on his head.
And the simple truth is, Nigerians, most of you out there are dumb. You are dumb and have nothing in your head. And that's why you need to listen to what I'm telling you. At the time, you have to hold your local government chairman accountable. And most of you are saying rubbish. Now, in case you don't know, what I'm telling you is strategy. We are currently at war. And this is the best way to take over this country. The local government chairman are the weakest link for us to attack. They are the weakest. They don't have immunity. So we can easily send them to jail. They don't have immunity. So we can easily come together and pressure them to work or pressure them to resign. They are the weakest. So let's attack the weakest and take over this country. But no, when I continue to the attack presidency, whether you like it or not, let me tell you the honest truth. Nothing. You can't remove President Tinubu from that seat. You can't do anything about it. Let me tell you the honest truth. So when this one talk, the president does not see it. He doesn't care. But we can easily conquer the local governments. They are the weakest link. Attack the local government and take it. They are the ones that are closest to us. So let's take over and focus on the local governments. And they are collecting money. If we come together, 1,000 people come together, if we pull down one local government chairman, if he's not ready to work, we'll pull him down, we'll remove him from office. We don't need the FCC, we don't need ICPC. We can do it by ourselves.
Yeah, you get his point. It might not be as straightforward as he's saying, but you get the general point, right? He's saying focus on what is closest to you, right? And solve that problem before going on to solve a bigger problem. Because in his opinion, he feels like, man, this man is gonna do another 4 years. And if I ask everybody in the room here to their own opinions,
to predict,
they will lean towards his answer as well. Do you understand?
Yeah,
I've already said it. The 2027 election is going to be the most. It's going to be the bro. What is that? That
easy money.
Is that that run where Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors?
2017.
Do you understand? And look at what they
God
did
damn
to
it.
look it was a
For
blowout
2
every day.
years, it was a blowout.
Do you understand? They had Curry and
You know.
Durant on the same team. That's what is going to happen here. There's nothing you can do. It's only you can call me pessimistic. I'm just being as real as possible with what I am seeing.
We are
With
following the
what I-
data, bro.
You understand? What I've seen in the last 2 years is going to be one of the craziest runs ever to win. To win again.
Last week,
So,
I was having a conversation last week with someone in the Delta State House of Assembly, and I posed one question to this person. I was like, "What is currently what's currently the state of your? How do you get checked with your performances?" And the person's response was, "I don't get checked." Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we're having a wild conversation about, the person was complaining about so many things, and ask a simple question: how do you get checked in terms of your performances? Who checks you? Like, what's the process? And she looked at me and said, "There's no process. Nobody checks me.
no review, no nothing.
Nothing. A local government chairman, your councillor, your state house of assembly representative have a more direct impact on you as a citizen than your president. It's a fact, right? So I made that conclusion, and it was something I dropped in the group. I made the conclusion and said, "Oh, I know why this is happening. The reason why we're so focused on the presidency and the federal government is because we're lazy and we don't like doing the work."
Yeah.
It's a fact. I'm going back to my own the fact, something I mentioned 2 weeks ago or last week, that Nigerians are lazy. That does not mean Nigerians are not hardworking. We know how to hustle to escape a financial situation.
Yeah,
but
physically hardworking.
in terms of critical and strategic thinking, plan, work,
intellectual ability. Yeah.
we don't have it. That's why you can convince someone on the street that Tinubu is his problem, and he doesn't even know the name of his local government chairman.
His ward councillor.
Yes, he doesn't even know the name of his councillor. He doesn't even know the name of his state house of assembly representative. It does not make sense. It's laziness. And the laziness can be intellectual, because at the end of the day, you still have to understand, you still have to have the critical thinking to know the roles of your local government chairman. So there's a lack of education there. That's intellectual laziness. Even the people who don't have the intellectual laziness, who also understand the roles that these people play, they're also too busy with their own personal lives, hustling money to buy fuel, to be better than or to set up solar, to be better than a neighbor, right? Than to do the real thing. And I would say 3 of us here have also we've also done this too. Like, when I was staying in Solo, how many times did I go to call out my local government chairman? Yeah. When you were staying in Bagada, how many times did you do that, right? We're too busy focused on building our own lives. But it's also being part of being lazy as a citizen.
Yeah.
In terms of our civic duties. But we'll go on Twitter, we'll come on the podcast, we'll talk about Tinubu, we'll talk about Sonolu.
We'll talk about an artist who's looking for the next check.
But I never complained about my.
But you never complained about your local government chairman.
Yeah, because I didn't know who he was. Yeah.
My local government chairman my local government chairman was staying in Lekki.
And there was no uproar.
I never complained. Yes, I never complained about him. No backlash, nothing. No protest in his office. Imagine a local government chairman going to his office and seeing 5,000 people line up. Why are you staying in Lekki? That is change. That's how you work to drive change.
That's how you better the system.
You'll be forced to come back. Yes.
And then you come back, then you face everything everybody's facing.
And you face everything everybody's facing. The bad road, everything, you face it. Now they are even receiving federal allocations directly from the federal government.
Yes, they've bypassed the state government.
They've bypassed the state government.
They started now.
Yes.
Because I know the governors they didn't sign up for. They said
they
no.
pushed back on it. Yeah.
They said Tinubu has paid out. Directly to local government. That's what I heard. So yeah.
You know the funny thing is that we will complain about Tinubu, but your senators are the
I
one that
was,
voted
so-
for
I
this
was, I
new
was,
tax
gui-
bill.
yeah.
This new
I
tax bill
myself
that
was guilty of this too. You know,
yeah,
so
that's how
it's
democracy works.
we
So
yeah, we don't even understand what even matters most to us.
I don't care
I
who
come on
dances
Twitter every
for I don't care who
I come
dances
on
for
Twitter
APC
every
or
day
PDP.
and everybody's shouting about Tinubu, everybody's shouting about so just admit it, man. We are lazy.
We are
We don't
lazy
know what
people.
it means. We don't know what it means to hold our leaders accountable. And holding our leaders
Or build a
accountable is
state.
not going on is not going on Twitter to shout about Tinubu. If there's a protest right now, it will be about our presidency. How does that matter in any way?
It does matter. What we're trying to say
It
is,
does, but not as much as we are making it to be.
yeah,
Because we have
for
other
every
people
time
who
you
are more
see
important to
story,
our
for every time you see stories written about Trump in the major platforms that we read and consume as Nigerians, trust
CNN
me,
and co.
they are local. There's local media covering what
100%.
Bro,
there's
the
local
Apart
local
from
media
newspapers,
bro,
covering
the
that
local
everything
look
politicians.
local
most
in that
importantly,
country.
there are even local groups also that
Yes,
is
Yeah,
and there are
driving
pressure
local
groups.
conversations.
there are local
Yeah.
Yes,
groups
pressure
driving the
groups.
conversations. Yeah,
Yes. There are thousands of them in America, but we
yeah.
don't have them here. And also, I
We
think
do
we are
have those
making
local
us
groups here. The problem is that the people, because those local groups exist, right? The thing that those local groups are in
not
bed with
as
the people in power. One,
Yes.
because
exactly, exactly.
there's no vacuum.
There's no
That's
exactly.
grassroots
It's true.
democracy. You see, they
It's
call it
true.
grassroots
Yeah.
democracy.
The problem
It's
is that
there.
they're in bed with those people, and people like us that critique and want change haven't infiltrated those groups
Infiltrated those
to
groups
change
exactly.
things
Or
around.
created our own parallel groups. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so many ways you can infiltrate these things, bro. Like churches, like you in your church as a church, because churches are local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The church you attend is your local community. You people don't attend
When they
churches
wanted to put
50
Buhari in
minutes away.
power,
What
is it not the redeemed churches they activated?
exactly? You get churches alone are enough. Your landlord meetings, your street meetings. There's so many ways you can come together to tackle your local leadership.
Bro, how do you think Reverend Jesse Jackson that just passed, how do you think they became national figures? Or people like Malcolm
Yeah,
X or Luther
they started
King?
locally.
They started as this thing cannot happen. And they galvanized people from the local communities.
This is also another point. This is also another point. Most of our leaders today, most of our politicians today are at the national and state level.
Yeah.
Some of them started, like most of them, they started locally. In fact, all of them started locally. You have to acquire local influence
You have local base.
before you
must
move
have
to
local base.
states, to federal. So if our politicians are moving like that, why are we
The pressure groups.
the pressure groups and the citizens? Why are we not moving like that? Why are we coming from the top?
How
It's
do we
Abuja we
solve
know.
this problem, though? How do we solve this problem? So we know this problem exists. We know what the problem is, right? That local governance, civic local governance, putting pressure on those guys. We know that that's the future. That's how to fix and change things, right? Why aren't we taking that approach? And the people who are leading, because there are people leading these conversations, some of the biggest critics,
Yes.
right? Like the what's his name, Dele Farotimi. I
Yeah.
believe that's his name, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Dele Farotimi, very popular Nigerian lawyer, author, political activist. So that's the word. Wow, political activists, not why aren't they taking this? Why aren't they championing this method? Is
They won't,
is
it won't give them
is it too
it won't give them
fragmented?
clout. Yes, it's
It's
too
not clout.
fragmented. It's
I was looking at
it
clout.
won't give them clout. It's too fragmented to gather enough support for your cause. Because if I'm talking about a solo local government chairman, how many people on social media on Twitter will join me to talk about
How
it?
many newspapers will cover it? How many radio
How many
stations
newspapers will
cover
cover it? How many would arise call me on the morning show to talk about it? It's not big enough. It's not big
It's not
enough, and
sexy enough.
I need yes, and then I need to be on the biggest platform because that's what I am. That's what it's about. You get that's just it. I think the solution is just maybe just education, man. Like it's just basic critical thinking, right? Like you
Damn
think
right.
about it, like like what do I do? Like, who is in charge? Like, just start asking questions. Why is my school like this? Why is the school around my neighborhood this in bad condition? Who's responsible for it?
Why
Why
there
is this
refuse all
road
over the
like
place?
this? Why are there refugees all over the place? Like, if you start asking these basic questions, I think, from there we can start moving forward. And well, like I said, like mentioned, all of us here we're guilty of it because
Of course.
obviously we're also
Yes.
Nigerians.
Of
But
course.
it's just the way it is.
Do you think because the infrastructure, okay, we've agreed that the infrastructure does exist, but it's very niche now and not popular, right? Do you think the
Yes.
other things that always surround those infrastructures, right? They are also non-existent, right? If you look at it, journalism is like the fourth estate,
Yeah.
Yes.
First estate
right?
of the realm. Yeah.
The executive, the judiciary, the legislative, they all exist on that local level. But the fourth
Yeah.
estate that kind of brings light to those things happening,
That's
don't
another problem
exist.
too.
We also don't have like
Yes.
town halls. Those town halls exist. They are doing those town
They-
halls.
He
they-
exists.
they are town halls,
He
though. They are town
exists.
halls.
That town halls. He
Yes,
exists.
but
But
we're
it's
not.
activated for their own purpose, not for the purpose that we would have loved it for. Town halls
So-
are supposed to
So there's a
get
class thing
feedback.
going on as well, right?
Yes.
There's a class thing going on
Yes.
as well where middle class can't seem to identify with what's happening because they've made
What's
those things
Thank you.
they've put it in like the lower class regions areas
Unattractive.
and they've yes, so
Yes. Yes. Yes.
grassroots politics is very important.
It's very important. It is
my
very
area,
important.
In my area, there's the APC headquarters in Lagos. That's where is there on that road. And anytime they want to do an event, any function, the whole of Ogba is shut down because they closed that road and everything. And you see the kind of people who attend these events. You as a middle class person
Who are engaged,
not be
you
a-
can't go there.
as
Exactly.
a gainfully employed person, you will look down on this and say, this is
Yeah.
beneath me. So there's no
But this is yeah.
And
they don't
And-
make
to
the politics
add-
look great or grand. They make it look so terrible and violent looking that you'll be scared to partake in this.
And to add, we can also see some of those political rallies that hold for the non-incumbent parties. What happens? People come and attack them.
Yeah,
We've
it's
seen
violence
video
by design.
footage of the ADC and I think the PDP and LP, mostly LP and ADC, right? In the last few years, especially LP, they're trying to hold some local rallies. What happened? They went and attacked
turn
them.
up.
I remember the one, Gbadebo,
Vivo Roads.
yeah, the one, there was they had to even rent a second hall
Yeah.
to trick them because they rented the first hall. Those guys went and re-rented the hall. They did some crazy stuff. They rented another hall and they attacked some of their members. So you see stuff like that. You don't want to go anywhere because you're like, this thing is
No.
getting too rowdy. It's getting too violent. Then again, you come back and say, oh, security and our security systems is complicit as well.
Mhm.
It's incompetent and complicit. That's what's happening there. Because if I'm holding a rally, I should be confident enough that nothing can happen to me because security forces will arrest, try and convict these people who try and lay bodily harm to anybody. But none of that is happening.
You know
So
the craziest thing about this.
At this point, we've lost here. And then
We've lost the plot.
we're going to go back to Tinubu again and say Tinubu must not enter because we just tried solving this problem, but it's unsolvable.
It's designed back to them, Speaking about this violence, it doesn't get crazier that the APC convention for 2015, was it 2019 governorship election? The APC won. There was violence that day. This was party to party. There was violence that's where Emsoluomo was shot. And now imagine me, stabbed, a young Nigerian. So let me part of the APC, and I now see this. Oh my, they go back to my house.
You don't have the
Going back to
minerals,
my-
bro.
You don't have, bro.
You don't have the minerals. Yeah, so that's how it's been.
Yeah, you ain't
They've
got
taken over that. They've taken over that they've taken over the infrastructure and made it
and
possible for people like us to partake
they
in it.
mutated it away from being intellectual to physical destruction.
Yes. So physically,
So
exactly.
when you're done it too much, they just bring that. Okay, this is
and to conquer it, you need you need that element, and we
Yeah,
can't do that.
because now
So
guess what?
that's why, yes. So that's why it is going to remain the way it is, and we're
Mhm.
back to square one. That's it's usual with Nigerian problem. You discuss it, you look for the solution, then you come back to the problem again and realize that okay, this is unfixable. We move.
Yeah, because if the opposition is ready to, if the opposition is ready to take it there,
We
is ready to take
move,
it there. Are you ready to take
and
it there?
and we
Hmm.
move, and we move is in several forms. We jackbar, we buy gen, we buy solar, we move to
We
better
buy Jeep.
neighborhood.
We buy Jeep
Just trying to
so that our car
exactly
enter
trying to
portos.
escape. We move exactly.
And the other
You know, it
popular one,
is
we join them.
exactly. We join them.
Yes, if you can't beat
We
them,
join them. Yeah, we
yeah.
join them.
We join
Yeah,
them. You know, we saw
yeah.
a video of when the president went for his official visit to the United Kingdom. We saw a video of popular internet personality, Oye Mike,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
endorsing
Yeah.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu and saying, you know,
Yes.
what has that he can see the things that Tinubu is doing, and he has not. Is it not better than some of the things that Goodluck Jonathan Buhari did? That when they were
Yeah.
there, I mean, let me see if I can find that
You know how
footage.
much rent is in. You know how much rent is in the UK.
Why are you
There's
actually?
somebody now use our
And
shaking
people
in
were,
for me, Jare.
yeah, people were just saying, oh, he's been paid.
Aligning.
People said different things, right? That he's been paid. I'm trying to look for the video. If I find it, I will play for you. But yeah, a lot of people attacked him. I think this is the video. I think I got it. Thank you.
pẹ̀lú owó mi, pẹ̀lú sweat mi, pẹ̀lú time mi, that some of us can see what you are doing, Mr. Tinubu. I'm not saying you are perfect. In fact, the word perfect is lost in the world, in the country like Nigeria. But I can see that from where you took the power, you are trying. Ẹ mú mi bú lójoojúmọ́, kí lẹ fẹ́ kí n ṣe? Ṣé ìgbà tí Goodluck Jonathan jẹ president, was there no insurgency in Nigeria? Did his people not support him? They took it, they gave it to Buhari. Buhari was president. Did his people not support him? Was there no insurgency? Now, my own person, my Yoruba man, who is actually
Of course.
in my 32 years, any of you can come online and debate me. I have not seen a president do what Tinubu has done in 3 years. All the Nigerians, kí ni Buhari ṣe fún wa? Kí ni Goodluck Jonathan ṣe fún wa? I can tell you the things that Tinubu is doing. He has done that you can visibly see. And I'm not saying the country is perfect. I'm not saying you have no right to be angry. But what is wrong with me supporting my own? Kí ló dé? Kí n rí tèmi kí n kọ̀yìn sí? Especially when I have never seen anybody do what he has done. The man came, he removed fuel subsidy. Now money is being flown to local government. Owó wà lọ́wọ́ àwọn local government chairman yín, wọ́n fún wọn ní burúkú owó lóṣooṣù. You people don't even know who they are. Which president in Nigeria has done that? Don't focus up. Let the money flow all the way down. Lord, the local government chairman, dìbò fún presidency lè gégùn fún, because you don't want to do the work. For me, that is an intelligent, interesting initiative. Did you know that before Tinubu became president, foreign exchange for politicians and the elite was different? Elite máa lọ gba, a lọ ṣẹ́ owó ní owó kékeré, àwa tá kì í ṣe elite, a máa ṣẹ́wó lówó ńlá. Tinubu removed all of these things. Only keep it. Just like Buhari, Goodluck Jonathan, and all of them have done. Only call you. Nigerian students are in school. Ọdún wo lẹ gbọ́ ìṣòro ASUU? For the last 3 years, àwọn tó wà in school lọ sí school.
All right, thanks, Mike. First thing that was actually surprising in this video to learn was that he's just 32.
About now official age. I mean, now football age.
My
So.
32 years. I'm like, are you just? Mike is 32. Oh wow.
You know, we
really
don't know
young.
him, Mike. I've known him for over 10 years. He's not telling me.
And he was 22 then.
It's possible.
It is possible. It's possible. This is the UK. It's eating very well. Anyways, that's the first thing. The second thing, of course, is like I'm not endorsing this. You guys already know where we stand on this. You know, that's not the point. But there's something interesting that he raised. And what did he say? He said the money They sent federal allocation has gone to local government chairman. You people don't know who your federal local government who your local government chairman are. You're not ready to do the work. It's literally
Yeah,
what we
true.
just discussed in the last 10-15 minutes now.
Facts.
How do you respond to someone who is supporting the incumbent and says, "Oh, okay, the president has sent the money to your localities. How are you
So
policing that?"
yeah,
And
your
I
governors are
know,
earning.
and here's the thing, right? It's also not the responsibility of a Nigerian to go and police the local government chairman and ask him how he has spent the money. Because ideally he was voted into that power, and who should be doing that is also what is the legislative, right? Because he's meant to deliver at the end of the year or his tenure or wherever and explain the expenditure that has gone into,
I guess so. Yeah.
right? So it's
Yeah.
not necessary. I don't need to carry my torch and fork and go and stage a
Doing
protest
forensic accounting.
in front of the local government chairman and say, "Have you spent our money?" It really is not. You know what my job is as a Nigerian? You know what my job is?
What is what?
Once I'm a taxpayer, that is covered. Once I pay my taxes, all that is covered. I really don't need to go and start asking whoever if they've spent the money that they spent well. I'm a tax paying person. I've done that already. I've paid my tax. So all the people were critiquing and saying, "Oh, you're not, localizing, blah blah blah." We're right by saying you're not concentrating on who you should actually put in power, vote, and all of that. But really, holding people responsible to their jobs is really not my own problem too. I also have my own 9
It
to
should
5 to do.
it should be actually. It's also part of your civic duties now.
It is part of my
Because if you
civic
play a
duty.
role in voting them in, that's the thing. That's also the thing. If you play a role in voting in your local government chairman and you are responsible and the people are responsible for voting them in, which is not the case in Nigeria because because they are being selected and manipulated by the powers. It's if you are responsible for voting in your leader, you should also be responsible for holding them accountable. It's part of the work. It is. Bro, let me tell you. On our local, like on Facebook, we have the local community on Facebook. They're so demanding. Like as someone who just came, and I'm seeing the things they talk about on
they shock you.
in the local Facebook group. They shock me, bro. Did they give them to the mayor of the city? Did they give them like locally? They're so involved. Like you go to the community every day, you are seeing Facebook comments. So we had a winter storm. We had a snowstorm like 2 weeks ago. Like the whole city is filled with snow. Like this is unprecedented. Like they've not experienced this in almost 50 years. So the waste management thing is stalling because they can't even enter the streets to pick up waste. The school buses did not run for a week. Bro, you have to see how people are checking the leaders, man, on Facebook. Like I'm seeing this thing on the local groups on Facebook. It's part of it. It's part of also it's part of the responsibility that you have as a citizen to ensure that the leaders that you vote in are doing their jobs. Me, I can understand that, the streets are, there's so much snow in the street. The trucks can't go inside the streets to pick up garbage, to pick up waste. So I understand why they're saying, let's postpone waste management for now. But I also saw people being angry about it.
Well, not tax them.
It's the engagement. It's just if it's Nigeria, everybody will look for, I don't pay some outside boys to pick them up. It will not become a status thing. I get money now. That's my status.
We don't do our own way now.
We don't call outside people. They don't come pick up. Nobody will complain. But people are actively holding governments responsible. That's why I like Facebook. I go to Facebook a lot just to monitor what's happening in Delta State and see people. But you still find out that people are not bothered, bro. People are just bothered solely about how do I improve my own life. And we have to break it down more than that. It's just about my own life. How do we make it easy for everybody collectively? That's just what bothers me. The process is hard, we understand like how the whole system is rigged against you participating. Like Osagie, like Ayra has mentioned. You as a middle class person, it's difficult to go and deal and be in that environment and interact with them. It's not our thing because the system has been set up that way. But there has to be something that we can do. Do you get? If not, this country, bro. Do you see the loans that this country is collecting? Who is going to pay all these loans, my guy?
Who's going to pay
No.
all these loans?
God.
No.
Who's going to pay all these loans, my guy?
Who's going to pay all these loans? That's the biggest problem. Who's going to pay all
It's the
these
biggest. Who's going to pay all these loans?
That's the big problem. Okay.
We have to fight before it's too late, man. We have to.
So people are attacking like I know a Mike now saying, how can you say like for all the times he said, we can see what Tinubu is doing, then of course he didn't like name any concrete things.
Yeah. It's dollar.
Yeah. And then a couple of people are alleging that he's been paid to speak like this.
Yep.
And that leads me to
conspiracy.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. I'm not aware. But like, at what price? Because they say everybody has a price, right? At what price are you willing to do this? And the price also comes with a lot of things around power, access to power, or saying no and being denied, access to power and a few things, right? If you're on Oye Mike, random, and you're approached and you get a phone call, we know that phone call, we know who's making that phone call. We know already, right? Because this person likes to stay involved, doesn't stay in the shadows. Again, it's in the full front. Yeah. So you receive that phone call saying, and see, these phone calls don't come like this. Hey, you speak about this, you speak about that, you have a platform, you have almost 1 million followers, 935,000 followers. This is what I want you to know. The calls don't come like that. It's not a boogeyman call. The calls come like this. Hey man, this is what we're doing. It's been difficult, but this is how we solve these problems. And we still want to solve more. We have another 4 years to go. We're not done. We need your help.
We want you on board.
We need your help. You are from our region. This is how we can do it. This is the only way we can do it is to reach these people, to tell the truth, and we want you to be part of that. We want you to make history with us. We have a budget for this because I know it's going to take your time and everything. This is the budget. They put on the big bag. Do you understand? And say, are you going to do it with us? Oh, by the way, XYZ is with us. These guys with us. They bought into it. Let's go. Can you make this happen? That's how the phone calls come. Bro, I've worked in PR and marketing. This is how the phone calls. Bro, I was working in a company that wasn't following. How will I put it? Because I don't want to say they were doing bad, but like they were skipping out on some things, or some things will happen, right? I used to be on a phone call with journalists every day, just explaining in detail, but doing what? Just guiding and guiding and guiding. This is how these conversations happen. So this conversation happens. Steve, they even know. They don't know me. They don't like approaching me. It's Ayo and Steve that they will go and approach first. Do you understand? They don't like approaching. So they will reach out to you guys and say, see, this platform, I know you guys are saying this. This is how they come. I love what you guys are doing. As you guys are harsh on us, we need it. Because they are bad eggs. We need to solve this problem. You guys are the realest people. You don't do any ass kissing. You don't do anything. That's why, personally, what I want you guys to do, I don't want you to stop. However, this is what we've been doing. This is what we've been doing. I need you guys to tell our story as well. You understand? And we have a budget for you. We have do you understand? This is how
we have a small budget for you.
These are these conversations come. They don't come with threatening, and we're not watching the Penguin here where there are mob bosses everywhere. No. These are these conversations will come to you. What do you do? What does an Mike do?
Yeah, you see your bills packing and piling up.
Do you understand? And then there's money, untaxable, untraceable money.
Nobody they touch that kind of money. It's cash, raw cash.
What do you do, guys? That's the thing. So
let's just not be tempted. Let's
Before
not read them then.
before we
With what
critique every,
what we cannot refuse, I beg.
you understand? And I'm being very real here because it's easy to say, oh, man, come on, man, I'm this, blah, 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 calm
Greater
down,
men. Greater men have sold their souls for less.
calm down, listen to what these guys are doing and see how these guys are moving. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, let's move on to other things. I want to move on to a tech story. I want to move on to this Piggy Vest 2025 report. Have you guys seen it?
Yeah, so a
Yeah,
bit of it,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. Solid report
Analysis.
that they've done. Yes.
Shout out to them. Fantastic
Yes.
content marketing there.
Yes. I'm for being very consistent about it as well.
Yep.
Because it takes a lot.
Every year.
You
Yeah.
know. For people, I saw a lot. Again, when these reports come out, right, you just see a lot of people arguing, breaking things down that they don't know, they're not sure of. But I like how they put in their intro here how they came about the reports, right? Said in August 2025, we deployed over 90 data collectors across 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria to speak with 26,000 plus Nigerians of different ages, genders, and income brackets about income, spending, and debt and savings. We have the answers now. It's our biggest and most comprehensive study yet. We continue 3 years of data, stories, and insights to establish a 3-year journey of Nigeria's and Nigerians' financial pulse. Again, because I was seeing a lot of people saying how you people cannot make these conclusions from people that use your app. You know, these are people that are not ready report. So over 26,000 Nigerians, I think, is a good sample size across the 6 geopolitical zones. It's a good sample size to infer that, the data here kind of speaks for who Nigerians are, right? Anyways, I'm going to read to you some key findings that they made already. The first is that 3 in 10 Nigerian adults earn below 100,000 naira monthly. That's the first one. All right. Second is food and groceries remain the biggest personal expense for the majority of Nigerians. Among all age groups, Gen Z Nigerians are the most likely to depend on only one source of income. So it's very interesting to find out because I thought Gen Zs are the ones who have the, alternate source of incomes. They do like more than one thing. So it was quite surprising to learn this. Middle children bear the most burden of black tax. Very interesting again. Middle children bear the most burden of black tax. About 1 in 2 Nigerians do not save. Only 4 in 10 Nigerians report having emergency funds. Only 6% of Nigerians feel secure and confident in their financial situation. 6%. 6%. More than 50% of Nigerians enter each month unsure that their income will cover their basic monthly expenses. Let's talk about income. Income is the start of every financial journey, so we begin there by asking Nigerians one simple question: how much do you earn monthly? 28% of Nigerians do not have any income. Important to note, they didn't talk to children. 28% of people who have the ability to earn, 28% do not earn. 30% earn less than 100,000. 23% earn between 100,000 and 250K. 10% earn between 250 and 500K. Then you can, I don't even know how many percent earn between, I can't see the number as well, between 500K and a million and over a million. In 2026 or 2025,
Yeah,
right?
but Tinubu is doing well. Yeah.
Ah, I've seen it now. Oh, you know what they even did? They even did a breakdown between their 2023 report, 2024 report, and 2025 report
Ah. So is it getting better? Or is it getting worse?
in terms of like income.
Yeah.
The income between 2024 and 2025 remained the same, 28%. In 2023, it was 20%. So it's grown, right?
Oh, okay.
There are more people earning, there are now less people earning 100K in 2025 compared to 2024.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then it's crazy, man. People say like the quote here is I'm earning more, but I still feel poor, which makes sense because
Yeah. Inflation.
and
The inflation, yeah.
inflation and 99% of what you're consuming is also imported.
Yeah.
You're basically
Yep.
buying the dollar to consume.
Wait, I want to ask a question. Why haven't we solved this importation issue?
What do you mean
At least for
importation issue? Like
three, four,
producing you mean producing
yeah.
locally?
Yes. For 3 to 4 decades now, this has been the headache of Nigeria. And you cannot tell me that with all the politicians we've had, not one has been able to crack this.
I can start with one in terms
Well,
of producing locally. And this is the most
what's
popular
that?
one. It's power.
Yes, I know. It's power.
There's no power.
Yeah.
Once you don't have power, you can't produce locally.
Yes, because you can't tell me you want people who are investing in manufacturing to now start thinking about alternative means of producing electricity.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
infrastructure. It doesn't exist. The regulations, there's so see there's
There's so many
bridges.
bottlenecks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for you to improve, for you to produce locally. Ah man.
Yes, the double taxation is going to first kill you.
Man,
Yeah.
bro,
We import too much. We import too much, Seth, to be very
bro.
honest.
Remember when we
Too
did the
much.
breakdown of what we import? You know, after oil, you know the major
God
thing we
damn
import.
it.
Do you guys
What
know?
was that? Toothpicks.
After oil.
Oh.
Is it toothpicks? You're close to it. After oil, the major thing we import, the biggest thing we import after oil is wood, is pulp, wood. Everything that they used to go and make paper, used to make
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
books.
So trees
toothpicks,
go to Nigeria.
That pulp, wooden pulp, we import it. It's the major import after oil.
You would
It's
think
crazy.
that
With
is
all
sensible.
the, do you understand,
Yeah.
wood and vegetation we have here that we should even be exporting. But we don't have, we can get the raw materials. You can fell all the logs in the forest, pack everything. But how do we
But
convert that
into the raw
into this fucking paper?
That's the cocoa.
That process, we don't own that process. We have the
And this is a problem across all sectors. We have the raw materials, but to process
we
it.
have the raw materials, like raw materials. We have the manpower.
We have the
because
land.
These work are not. They are
We have the
trainable.
manpower.
They are trainable.
I just said manpower now. My head just. Oh,
Do you understand?
man.
We have the manpower. We have the land.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand?
Land boku.
We have the land. We don't have power. We don't have people encouraging people to go into those business. We're not giving tax-free loans. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Your bankers are more interested in round tripping and laundering money for crook people because it's easier to do that. Do you understand?
There's no hard work in that. No. Yeah, sharp. You don't get your this thing.
It's easier to do that. So why am I going to give somebody a loan and be praying the person does his business well for me to get my money back when I can just do some round tripping and launder money for people?
And for the longest time, the FX wasn't stable. So anybody could come and do business here and I'm heading for them too.
You know, one income household, 68%.
Yeah.
One income household, you know, makes up for, or one
so that
income
means
household
only,
makes up for 68%.
That means only one person in a household earns income.
Yes. Two or more income households, 32%.
Yeah.
So you can understand where, if a man cannot provide for me, and you can understand where it's coming
that's where
from.
it comes from. That's where it comes from.
You know, when all those conversations are birthed from something, it's just they are just social economic conversations that have been converted to look as if they are relationship conversations.
They don't come from vacuum. There's something pushing them, but it will not. It will just be colored or coded in a different way.
You know. An interesting one says, after a high in 2023, when nearly 4 in 10 respondents reported earning from 2 or more sources, reliance on secondary income streams fell sharply in 2024 before adjusting slightly in 2025. Okay, so in 2023, one income stream was 61%, right? In 2024, one income was 71%, went high. Then in 2025, it came low to 68%. So it's still an increase of one income, right? Two incomes were 39%, went down to 29%, and then just adjusted again in 32%. But you can see the percentages already. Some are in the one income stream is in the 60s, two income stream as anyways, man, let's keep going. Spending is an interesting one as well. Spending. If income shows where the journey begins, spending reveals which direction it goes. And the first that stands out is how much the average household actually spends. Most respondents report spending less than 200,000 naira per month. The largest share between 50,000 and 99,000, with like 100,000, followed closely by those spending under 50,000. Only a small share of respondents report monthly expenses above 200,000 naira. So the bulk, 31%, right, goes between 50K and 100K. 31%, followed by 29%, which is below 50K. And then between 100 and 200K, 23%. So this big life thing I see going on is just for fancy, right? It's not real, right?
Instagram is not 1% of Nigeria now. So I don't for you to even have all that data to be doing that, it shows that you are clearly doing something else. That's not reality.
It's not reality, right? And so
It's not
Plus social
reality.
media.
So
Of
all those
course.
GLE that you see, all those is not reality. It's just people in their bubble. The real life is when you go outside. Yeah.
So these child debt conversations going on, who's spending the money?
Who is child deck? How many people? How many?
I think
What's that? How many people use child deck in Lagos?
you
First of all,
you people on Twitter. You people have this
the
this
notion.
view of Nigeria. You people just look at Nigeria as if it's Lagos.
No, as if it's Lagos Island. As if it's Lagos
Exactly.
Island.
Just look at Lagos as if it's.
Waiting the trouble.
Look at
Average
Nigeria as if
Nigerian.
it's Lagos.
Another one which is
I
good in
beg.
terms of spending, right? Like we said, 72% attributes for food and groceries. Shit is
Yeah,
expensive.
definitely. Yeah,
It's
so
expensive, yeah.
It's expensive. Clothing and personal upkeep, 39%. Utility bills, e.g., like data, buying data, airtime, water, 38%, right? Transportation, 33%. Housing rent, 31%. Childcare, 21%. Healthcare and fitness, 19%. Personal education, 15%. Family obligations, and black tax, then they call them, 13%. Guys, entertainment, like club, events, 12%.
It got shrink.
Religious obligations, interestingly, is even more than betting and gambling. Religious obligations, 5%.
Wait, is that betting and gambling there?
Yes, 3%.
Oh, okay. But not everybody in Nigeria gambles now, so I understand.
Yeah, it's just interesting that people are giving their money to God more than they are trying to figure out how to make more money.
Yeah,
Giving
but
it to
you
God
know,
is a way to make more money now. What's
Okay,
this guy
yeah,
saying?
because if you give it to God,
Yeah.
He'll bless you with more.
to
Yeah,
double your
bless
treasure.
you
Yeah.
know.
And also, you know, gambling is still very, very frowned upon in many,
Like
many areas in
tabooed
Nigeria.
in mainstream.
Yeah,
it's gone
like
mainstream,
it's
shao.
one.
It's gone mainstream, shao.
No, it's
It's
got
gone.
mainstream. Like nobody cares anymore.
Bro,
But
the
in some
people that
certain
I didn't
pockets,
know, bro, I'm having conversations with people and I don't know the bet, and they would somehow just find out that, bros, you said they carry over 1.5.
you never, you never
it's
see corporate
crazy.
woman they bet. You never see corporate woman they bet before. Corporate lady like, oh, this is where you go say, please, what are the odds from a Bayern Munich and PSG today? And I'm like, yes, it's over. It's over now.
God
It's
damn
over.
it. God
Yeah.
damn it. Anyways, man, you can read more on the report here. It's a good report. Check out piggyverse.com/report/2025. We'll put it in the show notes. Shout out to the team at Piggyverse for putting this out. And the presentation also looks amazing. And I'm glad they did a comparison with their previous reports. Because I actually want to look for all the reports, throw it in Claude, and tell it to do like
And
a
just
comparison for me. But I'm glad that they did that already. Yeah, it
only
looks,
if
it looks good.
Nigeria had an institution that was created to do something like this, and they were not shut down with a 404 error message on their website, it would have been more,
When,
But hey,
or just readjust the
what's that word?
readjust
The
the
rebase.
parameters.
The rebase.
Rebase the parameters as they go. Just rebase the parameters.
I don't blame them. Who they pay their salary? You have to understand who pays the salary.
I beg, make them no keep person you. Make them
Mm,
no keep person you. I understand. What else is going on, guys? Nigeria problem plenty. What else is going on? There's a
you
lot
choke
to talk
it.
about. Should we go into entertainment?
Yes. Motala
Wait, I
was
have that
pissed,
footage
man.
somewhere. I have that footage somewhere. I bookmarked
I've,
it
Samsung's
somewhere.
industry.
Hold
Are you
on.
talking about Samsung's industry?
Yeah, Samsung's industry.
I've still not watched that thing till now.
I have not watched it,
You
but
know,
I'm going to watch it for the
you know
first time
that
now
I
because
was so
I knew I
sick.
would be
Exactly.
super irritated.
You know, I was so sick. I started watching Nigerian films on YouTube. That's how bored I was. I just said, "Fuck it, let me try it."
And how was your verdict?
Bro, you Nigerians watch trash.
Anyways, let's
Ah.
listen. Let's see if we can have the footage. Let's listen.
Okay, is it okay? Hi, good evening. Yeah, all right. Welcome to 2026 Miss Nigeria, the day now, and currently live here with 2020. Yeah. Or what are we? Miss 2026, Miss 2026, the day now night. The fit. I'm here with, yeah. That is what I'm saying.
Yeah, who are you here with?
Yeah, your name.
I should
Yeah.
tell you my name?
Yeah,
You're not ready.
yeah,
Hi.
Omalade Jalade. Yeah, I know it, but I just want fans to just know the truth.
That's how fast you speak.
All right.
Serious, I'm
Sorry.
tired. Are you going to
Oh yeah, I'm going to do. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay, all right, let's do this way.
Okay, that was that was hilarious on different levels, right? That was hilarious. Okay, so for people who don't know what's going on, if you've not seen this, right, there's a footage of an awkward moment between Nollywood actress Omotola Jalade Ekende, right? Very awkward moment with as you can hear, a newbie presenter, right? The guy seems to be like a novice. He's trying to catch himself. He's not speaking coherently. But I think what was most annoying for Motola because he already looked irritated. The guy almost walked over her, anyways. But then the guy said it's 2026, introduced himself or introduced the show, and then put the mic to Motola by saying he said, "And I'm here with." Then he took the mic and pushed the mic in front of her for her to then say who her name is. Oh, and then the questions can start. And Omotola was clearly irritated, by
A
what
whole,
the
a
guy
whole
did.
MON.
And then
A whole
looked at her,
MON.
and then she walked away, and then he wanted to do it again because the guy didn't understand. And the whole thing was captured, and then they released it online. One thing I've noticed about how like content and fame and all of that, people don't care
Oh,
if anything is positive, negative, right or wrong. The most important thing here is the clout. Have you seen people who tweet something and it's factually wrong and people are correcting that person, but the thing is getting
And they're
traction?
retweeting it.
Yeah, and the person doesn't
yeah.
They're
delete
even
it.
they're even retweeting the tweets where the people are calling them out for
Yeah,
putting out like something that's untrue. Yeah.
So who released this
that
clip?
is
Was
where
it the
we
media
are.
company?
Of course, yeah, the people interviewing the guy because they're
Well,
clearly
that's
using a phone. They're clearly using a phone to make the recording. No, this alone with the goof of the guy and everything, right? It's content because this has gone viral. Is his claim to fame?
Yeah.
It's
They
okay
need
that
virality.
he was unprepared. In our own time, it would be like, man, I've messed up there. This cannot come out.
First
I
of all,
will
your
look
editor
like
is
an
go
idiot.
to your editor is going to first, kill you
So
first of all.
so that's there and that's going on. But beyond that, guys, I wanted to ask you, what is your take on interviewers asking the interviewee to introduce themselves by saying their name? Is it a big deal? Do you think the interview because the guy because
If it's
she did like almost like ask him or accuse him of not knowing who she was or something. And the guy said I think he mispronounced it wrong, but he did mention her name. Like, no, I know you, but this is the
Omotola Jalade.
format. Yeah, but this is the format in which my interview starts. I will always say, and I'm here with,
Oh, so
Egungun
that's
is
his
my
format.
Egungun is my mentor. This is how Egungun has always done.
He did not
all
say
the
Google is
people-
his mentor.
all the people
Cool.
he's interviewed.
In a
You understand?
possibility. In a
Egungun
possibility.
will always go, this is Egungun, and I'm here with, and then the girl will say spicy rice or
First of all,
beauty
please,
pimples.
Osagie,
Do you understand?
guilty pinkles and Omotola in the same sentence, please. Let us.
No,
decorum.
I'm just trying to tell you that Egungun is his mentor, and that's how the format of introducing is. And so if he's put that format,
Did not say that Google is his mentor now. Stop saying this.
First of all, for this guy, I don't think the guy was coordinated or confident enough.
no, Ayo, we've established all of that. My
It
point
does not
now
even matter.
is, my point now is, can an interviewer ask
Of
you
course,
to say who
we
is,
just
to
saw.
introduce yourself, or is there a godlike status you get to
No,
where
no,
you
no.
can't be asked that anymore?
We recently saw an Oscar award-winning actor who Steve did not back initially during the beginning of his career do something similar. I won't tell you who Steve was backing over this guy.
Steve was banking Denzel Washington's son.
J.D. Washington.
Steve said, what's his name again? Denzel Washington Jr.
J.D.
Yes.
Washington. John David Washington.
And
John David Washington.
Oh, Steve backed the guy. He backed.
Steve said this guy will win the Oscar before. I said, okay, we'll go see.
Anyway, shout out to all of them. Okay, let me play the footage of Michael B. Jordan introducing himself.
Hey, how you doing today?
Doing great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. What's your name? Where you from?
My name is Michael B. Jordan from Newark, New Jersey.
Newark is in the house. Stop playing with them. Let's
Brick
go.
City, we here.
Brick City. We see the fit. Describe it today.
Right here, we got a little bit of time for.
So you get it, right? Again,
It's a cultural thing.
I think
You know why?
one is a cultural thing. Two, I think is the way you start off
sell
the
it.
interview. And everything,
You start
right?
off yourself.
The energy.
If you mention the person's name,
sorry, it's most
Yeah.
likely before this Michael B. Jordan interview started that the interviewer
They
said,
briefed
okay,
him.
this
They
is
briefed
how we're
him.
going to start it. I'm going to ask you your name and where you're from. You're going to tell me that. Then we go and do the back and forth.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if
yeah.
this guy had
Yeah.
approached Momotola and say, "Oh, the format of my interview is I asked this and you asked that because we cut it and edit it in that way," I think she's happy to do
course.
it. I think if you
She
started saying,
will.
"Hi, Momotola, I'm a big fan of you.
She wasn't
I like what
briefed.
you do. I like this, and then this. I think you're an amazing person. This is how we want to start the interview." Blah 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 blah. Blah. She would because she's an actor. She will go with the cue.
Yeah, because you understand that
she
this
wasn't
is you've
briefed.
briefed. Yes. I
And
agree.
if you're not going to brief someone, then you have to do all the heavy lifting yourself. Hi, my name is
Omo.
XYZ. I'm here with Omotola Jalade Ikende, a Nollywood icon, and we are at the premiere of
But there's
whatever,
something about
whatever.
Nollywood actors I have to say because they be
Yes.
tripping. Ukeri did this at Honest Bunch podcast too. Where they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, and we have Ukeri and Ruby," and she said, "No."
No,
You have to call out.
the honest bunch made a very, very terrible mistake.
So what's the mistake? Because I can't remember the exact details.
Okay, apart from I will ignore the first one about like the doctor or whatever it is. That one is
Yeah.
normal, is an ego thing. But they were still calling her by her ex-husband's name.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so
I
that
remember one.
that was she didn't
So
like
as a
that.
journalist,
Even
sometimes you have to
I
do
didn't like
your-
that. You have to do your own research too, you know.
And also
Like,
reach out to
knowing
our team
Eukarya,
and
you
say,
yeah. Also, if you know Eukarya, you know like it's
yeah.
like
If you
I've
do
not
your-
had interactions with Eukarya and Ruby like since 2013. Right, but from everything I've seen in the media, I know that name is not something that you still call her like 2026.
Yeah.
Do you get? So that
You
was
have to
like
do your
a
research.
very that was not very, very well done by the crew. So hopefully they learn from
Yeah.
that and yeah.
And just speaking about the cultural thing, you have to understand that we are in a country where people take these things. It's like life or death, or life and death. You can't be interviewing Peter Doce and I say, and hi, my name is, and I'm here with.
No, I think
Bro.
Omotola can make a good spot if you brief her properly. She wasn't briefed
Yes.
at all. You know,
She wasn't
this,
briefed
that
at
she
all.
was just taken unaware. One, the
Yeah.
guy was not even coherent. He's
Yeah, I was hearing
he's
he was
obviously
shaking.
he's obviously a novice. So like that would have even put Omotola off again. You know, in addition to who am I here with?
And on a good day, Omotola is not doing that interview, right?
He's not doing that interview.
But they've
exactly.
not
She
told
has
her
a
that
movie.
it's all these TikTok
She-
people
all
that have
this-
the power now.
They have the power to promote movies,
Yeah,
and she's even angry about it.
Because first of all, you people have already slandered her because she's promoting her movie. And you people are, now you're telling her to come and stand in front of who is this person? I don't know
All
him.
I'm
fam.
saying, Samson, please go and watch that movie and tell us how it is. Thank you.
Samson, you
And
know
review
you
it.
can do it.
And review it.
Please. Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
You know. All right, on to more ridiculousness. Kathy had her sister circle conference.
Oh my god!
I think last
First
week
of
or
all,
so on the
I have to say
17th. Can I finish?
Okay, continue.
throwing
You
this shit?
continue because
Yeah.
there's
On the
problem.
17th of March, she had it at the Alliance Française. A round of applause to Kathy. What's my round of applause? Oh my god.
they
Round
don't
of
see far.
applause is gone. They've stolen my round of applause. Imagine. Anyways, round of applause to. Oh, I know why. I found you, motherfucker. Yes. Round of applause. I know what happened, guys. My headphones are on. Anyways, round of applause to Kathy. I like how she's kind of just moved away from just being, in the arts, right? And moving into other conversations and opening up and all of that. And I think she's like the right person to do it. She's worked in a male-dominated field for a long time and she's excelled at it, And Kathy is not this generation. Kathy is that let me say the 2004. And she probably started with the 99 because by
She did,
2004,
yeah.
she was already popular. So she's 1999 Afrobeat set, the dance category, and she's seen a lot of dancers come and go. Dance not the main thing, all these guys, and she's still prominent doing her thing. You gotta give it to her. She's branded herself well. If people still need to do dance things and everything, she's still there. She has dancers. I give it to her. Kathy's a legend. Yes, Steve.
On the record, I knew her from Rugged Man's record.
Baraje.
That's
Yes.
Baraje.
Yeah.
That was when I knew her because Rugged Man went on AM Express and referenced also talked about her. I'm like, oh, who is this? That's my first insight, my
That was
first knowledge
it was a big look for her. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, of how Kathy, like the whole looking into like the
Researching her.
dance. Yeah, that's what I knew her. Yeah.
So you got to give it to her, and all of that. So she has this sister circle thing she does, like a conference gets in a group of women, they on stage. You know my own thing about conferences and stages and all that. Anyways, and talk to women, right, and inspire women. Interestingly, she also had Mama Deola. Do you guys know who Mama Deola is? For all those who follow like
Unfortunately.
Nigerian skit makers and all of that, Mama Deola is also known as Folagade Banks, right? Is played by a guy called Folagade Banks, right? A man who cosplays a Nigerian mother in the most performative comedic way.
Yeah.
Right? Let me give you a bit of the soundbite of who Mama Deola is. You might remember who this is.
What? It's a blessed day. Last spirit in your marriage counselor ìgbésí ayé aláyọ̀.
All right, so you can get it, right? Your typical Yoruba Nollywood mother, right? Always in a robe and acts like a mom, but it's played by a guy, right? Kathy had Mama Deola as part of the panelists on stage at her sister's
Real
circle.
life.
Yes,
Real
real
talk.
life stuff, right? And a lot of people were asking, why did you invite a man who cosplays a woman to be on stage with other experienced, established women speaking at a core women's conference?
These are the
And
youths.
he also came on stage, cosplayed
Fully-
as Mama Deola.
So the role.
Do
So
you
he
understand?
was into
Like,
the role, yes.
I can understand if you took an extreme by inviting this guy on stage who's cosplayed a woman to tell his experience about cosplaying a woman and what he's learned from it. Do you understand? I can understand that. But that you took the character itself and brought it on stage and sat this character alongside other established women who I don't know.
Maybe Kathy paid. Maybe Kathy paid for the character.
Am I going crazy here? Is there something wrong, or is this too much? Or am I being anti-woke?
It's not, you're not being too much. Because when I saw the news, when I heard it, first of all, this has caused major uproar in the feminist underworld.
And we don't get to see most of that on social media again.
Oh no, it's not on social. They've moved to TikTok now. It's no more on Twitter. Yeah,
Ooh.
it's fully on TikTok now. I think it's just weird, bringing a comedian known for playing women and him dressed in the full regalia and the full attire. It was off tone, off color to me. Like,
Do you guys, Osags, Ayo,
Yeah.
you guys won't believe it. I still don't
What's
believe
that?
this thing happened. I feel there's something else. To be very honest, like I think there's something that we're missing.
Oh, it's
I
like
still don't
maybe
believe
things
it.
like a movie scene that's
Maybe there's something missing. Maybe they were shooting a documentary. Maybe they were shooting a skit. Like maybe something happened that we don't know.
Because I can't really explain it in my own head. Like,
Yeah, it is.
What was the thought process?
Please.
What was the thought process?
I still don't believe it.
Maybe Coffee just wanted to get this thing viral by all means. Because you know that if she had done it the normal way, it might not be viral.
See the world we live in. God, man.
Yes,
you have to do something that ridiculous to get people talking.
First of all,
bro, this is how much like social media and all that stuff are playing in people's life, because people are consuming this thing on a daily. It has
the algorithm is embedded in their head.
Somebody bought his girlfriend a Benz, and did a whole, like, it looked like a baby shower.
Yeah.
They got people, there were balloons. It was like a mini party to hand the
whole
Benz over
9
to her. Do you understand? They covered her eyes. She was surprised when she saw the Benz jumping around. There were people around. There were like at least 30 people in the whole thing. Do you know that if Instagram and TikTok and these social platforms didn't exist, they wouldn't do that. He would just hand over the Benz to her.
Yeah.
So you can see what is happening. You can see how
living for
online
the
activity, right, is now inversely affecting offline activity. It used to be the other way.
Yeah.
Like what happens offline will be captured online, and you have this. Now people have seen all these things online, and then you have people who are saying, if you can't create the moment that I can post on social media,
for me,
don't bother letting the moment happen at all. Some people are happy not to have an offline activity if it is not Instagrammable. Do you understand what I'm saying? Some people are okay with it if the thing doesn't reach bro, we're talking about it now. Person, do you understand? Recently, something happened.
Yeah.
Someone's not happy about it because it's not Instagrammable. They don't want it to happen.
I mean, there are some women who are picking their bridesmaids off the fact of how good they'll look on Instagram, not considering whether this person is my friend. Yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. Anyways, let's keep it moving.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. Did you hear about this story of, we are still in the same world? A Nigerian feminist won an award, and Nigerian feminists were pissed about it. A Nigerian male feminist won an award.
Oh, who's that?
The female, there's a guy called Oji Milan. This is a very dark tunnel I'm taking you people into. The guy prized himself of being a Nigerian male feminist. So anything men say, he always goes against it, right? And I think he has been notorious enough that somebody gave him an award as being the feminist of the year or something like that. And female feminists are now also in uproar. And there's almost a civil war because they believe that a man should not win a feminist.
What platform is this? Twitter, TikTok, Instagram?
It's bro. I say it's TikTok now. You people are choosing away from Twitter. So it's on TikTok now. They now have the drink light and everything. You people have chased them away from Twitter. So yeah, that's an update again from the woke world. Yeah.
Shout out to them. In other news, the hosts of the Receipts podcast, Audrey Ndome and Tolly Shoneye, are stepping down after 10 years of podcasting. Round of applause to them. Big round of applause to them. Yes. After a decade of dilemmas, debates, and candid conversations, the hosts of the Receipts podcast are stepping down. Audrey Ndome and Tolly Shoneye said the decision was an emotional but necessary one. I've never cried so much in my life. It's the most difficult decision ever. Tolly told the BBC. The podcast was created in 2016 to be a space for Black women to discuss a wide range of topics, and the pair have recorded almost 300 episodes. They also launched a BBC spin-off, which they had said was the first podcast hosted by Black and brown women to reach #1 on the Apple Podcast charts. They later signed a lucrative exclusive deal with Spotify in 2019. Anyways, they're stepping down from it. No main reasons why. However, the podcast is not ending. The pair are now looking for new hosts through what they describe as a pod idol style search. We don't want people to copy us. Tolly says we want new voices, new perspectives, and new ideas. I think one thing I respect Tolly and Audrey for is, the Receipts podcast is how they've been able to separate their personal lives from the podcast itself.
Podcast.
Yeah, I think it was one of the hosts. I remember I was reading this article. I think they lost one of their parents. I think to cancer or something, and everything was left out of the podcast. Most times this podcast it grows into from just being podcasters, then it grows into like they being personalities, and then those personalities
Yeah.
then grow into oversharing on social, then grow. You understand? It's usually
Yeah.
the lane that they take, and then they grow personalities, make money off that, and all that, and become before you know it, come like an Instagram socialite. But I like how they have been able to like separate that. Podcasts are personal lives, similar to what like we kind of do, right? And where we just live our personal lives for what it is, and what we want to share, we can share. But 10 years, no be joke. Shout out to you guys and a round of applause again. Congratulations. I'm sure you've inspired like thousands of women to go and do amazing things and all of that. I give it to them. And in a dominated field in where they are, in the UK, right, where you don't get to see people of this color get to
Yeah.
even get a partnership with the BBC or Spotify. It was good to see them do this.
Impressive.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Top work. Impressive, yeah.
Very impressive. I want to give a shout out to Okmayemi Famakin as well. I was watching one of his Instagram videos yesterday, and I've come across like stuff that he does and everything, especially slim down. But this was the first time I actually watched him for like 3 minutes straight and looking at how slim he is. And man, man, it's amazing, man. Gotta give it to you.
Good work.
Yeah,
man.
Put in work, bro.
Yeah, give it to you. Put in all that work to slim down and focus on your health. Bro, I've had conversations with people who are overweight, and it's never been an easy conversation. I once dated someone who was overweight, and it was a tough conversation to have all the time. And eventually we did break up, not because of that, but I was very happy like years later, she did take that conversation serious, and then she dropped like 40% of her weight, and she's healthy and everything. So just seeing him and telling his story of how he went to his doctor, and the doctor explained to him, "Hey man, bro, if you're going like this, you're gonna die early, or you're gonna be being sustained on meds for a very long time, and etc."
Yeah.
He took that seriously, and then he dropped the weight, and he kind of shared it online as well, but did it in a way where he didn't make the thing content. He took it personally, and then dropped the weight. And dropped the weight, and then he shares it. And I think the video he was reacting to.
People were saying it was on the Oz.
Yeah, people were saying he used Ozempic and all of that, and people don't understand like timelines of. People still don't understand how sharing content is quite different from how someone lives their life. Like I can share a video of myself now, right? And then I have a haircut. Like I had a haircut 2 weeks because that video was done 3 weeks before. This is how content works, right? So what you see online isn't you can't fill in the holes of someone's life and say what you've seen online is what the person
it doesn't fit into your own timeline.
It's not a chronological timeline. It doesn't work like that.
So when the guy says, "Oh, he started this thing," and before he even started sharing these videos, he had already dropped in weight, and it's first of all, where you owe nobody explanations.
That's so
I want to say, but I understand that the thing gets to
exactly
him
the thing.
People keep saying BS, and he has to. And I say, guess what? I always say you owe nobody explanations. One of my friends says, "Osagie, control your narrative. If not, they'll control it for you."
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's like how at some point when they used to say stuff and they would just say, "A controversial journalist Osagie Alunge." That thing used to piss me off. Like, controversial from where? Because 2 videos went viral out of all the things I've done. You understand? And it used to piss me off and everything. I said, my guy will tell me like, yeah, control your narrative. You have to control the
Yeah.
narrative in a way, because if you don't control it, so I can understand why he's doing this and putting this out, because now he's put this out, a lot of people will back down. People will back down.
Yeah.
That narrative will change, and then he can own his narrative.
The reason I don't feel, I understand the narrative part, but sometimes I see the internet for what it is. It's just like a bunch of losers, bro. Like it's just a bunch of people just talking. People don't really. I feel like people don't mean what they usually do or say on social media.
Yeah, because when you meet them offline, it's a different conversation.
It's a different conversation.
As a matter of fact, Steve, you don't even need to meet them offline. You send them a DM, it's a different conversation.
It's a different conversation.
You
Entirely.
I've seen someone go
That's
off
why-
and say some BS. You
Yes.
understand? And I go into their DM and say, hey, bro, I saw you say this. Do you really mean this also? Oh, bro, you know.
Yeah,
Just
well,
which
so
is
that's
always
why I
my
just feel
best
as
approach.
yeah, that's why I just feel that sometimes people don't deserve responses. But yeah, for the controlling your narrative parts, that makes sense. Now I can understand it from that part, it is what it is,
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
I can't blame anybody. All right, let's do some tech news. First
Let's
of all,
go.
first things first. Plaid. You guys know Plaid.
Yep.
Plaid is like the mono of Yankee.
It's a
But let me
fintech,
let me explain what Plaid is to people. Plaid. Let me see if I can pull it up. Plaid. Let me do Plaid fintech. So that I don't. All right. So basically, they're a platform that enables companies to build fintech solutions. Right.
Yep.
Now, I'll give you an example of what they do. Say you are like a financial technology company that enables cross-border payments, right? Like a PESA, right? Where you can send money through them and then they will receive the money and then send it to users in Nigeria in Naira. They can receive money in a different currency, right? Now, if you want to connect, say you were using like Revolut or something wherever you are outside Nigeria, and you want to send money to that platform, there's a platform like Plaid that creates that rail and connection where they can access your bank account, remove the money, and take the money into their own account before they convert it into Naira and send it to your Nigerian account. That's what Plaid does. Steve can give more explanation of this if he wants to, but that's basically it. They own the rails that.
It's an API companies. They build
Yes.
APIs for like financial infrastructure or across the internet digitally.
And
Anything that you want, they impute like conversions, anything that you want in a single platform, they can do it for you.
They can do it, like understanding the customer's data, having all of that privately and everything. So they do more than that, but that's part of what they do. So
that's primarily what they do.
There's a company like that in Nigeria called Mono that has done that as well, and has done that brilliantly well. Flutterwave recently acquired them, by the way. Yeah. So, anyways, Plaid.
Oh, that's true. Flutterwave.
Yeah, Flutterwave acquired them. So Plaid recently purchased. They bought the media company This Week in Fintech. If you guys don't know This Week in Fintech, This Week in Fintech is also a popular fintech platform, media platform rather. This Week in Fintech. As the name suggests, they have a podcast, they have a media platform, right? It is what it is, and they are across all platforms. I believe they started as a newsletter, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fintech. I think primarily they're even a newsletter.
A newsletter too, yeah. Primarily.
And then Plaid, the platform bought them, which is very interesting if you ask me. I also think This Week in Fintech, they also have an offline
podcast.
Event. They have a podcast.
Yeah, they
have an offline event called the Fintech Formal. Announcement was good. It said This Week in Fintech is entering the next chapter we play from day one. This Week in Fintech has all been about one thing: helping the fintech community make sense of a fast-moving world across payments, digital finance, and financial infrastructure. With Plaid's reach across fintech and financial services, we can invest more in the content, conversations, and community at the core of This Week in Fintech. More ways to connect, learn, and shape where fintech goes next. I think it's amazing that Plaid did this right?
It's amazing. I
They
love
have
it.
the money to really fund these conversations that can go on. Of course, we can go into the details of agenda, managing the
Now managing. Yeah.
government, but F all that. What I love is a platform that is breaking down what happens in fintech, whether for a newbie who's coming into fintech or an OG who needs to keep abreast of the news or whatever. And then you
Yes.
have a platform that is funding these guys to even do more. You know, this week in fintech can go on to create academies, they can go on to do different things, create more resources with the use of AI, do so many things, explainers, whatever, more offline events. And Played, it makes sense that a platform like Played, which works with a lot of other platforms across board, from payment platforms to solutions platforms and everything, is there just supporting
Is
them.
owning. Yes.
You know, and then it's really good, you know, and then the content marketing can come into play, all of that can come into
Bro,
play.
that's
It's
the
really
most
good.
interesting part for me. Yeah. Just me, I'm just fascinated by marketing that's not traditional. Oh, let's put the billboard. Let's do so any form of market. That's why I'm so obsessed with Stripe, right? Because of what Stripe does in terms of like the Stripe events are like the best fintech events, are the biggest fintech events globally, right? With that branding, with that event, you know what it is already. Like they've branded themselves as like authority, and that's why I really love them. This is also fantastic. As a company, content marketing is the best form of marketing, especially in an era where the the like the attention span that we have is not enough for what is out there. Do you get like there's too much information out there? If you want something to really capture people, it has to be content that matters. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You know, so I really love people who do it too. And they've looked at it and said, we can't do this thing in-house. Let's just go and buy off his platform that has done it fantastically. Like, and they did that, and it's very, very awesome. You know,
And what I like
content
this
marketing. Yeah, go on. No,
What I
content
like-
marketing gets me because, like, content marketing gets me because my favorite companies in the world are companies that have captured me with content. Do you understand? Those are like companies that we talked about it earlier today when we were talking about Pitstack and how I love their podcast and stuff like that. So yeah, companies who do this the best, and it's not just even companies. It goes down to it goes down to even social commerce sellers, like your sellers on Instagram. You see them like creating content outside of what they sell just to attract people. Exactly. So it's an interesting format that really fascinates me, and I love when people do it too. And this is just an example of it. They didn't do it themselves; they went out there and just bought the people that did it, and it's good.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, and I was thinking, okay, if we bring it to the local, like in Nigeria, where do you think this happens? You know, I remember one time, I don't know if it was on the podcast or not, but many months ago, where we were talking about, I was pitching and saying, Flutterwave should have bought the Vanguard.
Yes.
Back then, remember when I was having that conversation?
You said something like that, yeah.
I think it's too late now. I think
yeah,
people
of
have
course,
moved on
yeah.
now.
People are moved on.
Like,
Yeah.
there's
Which
no point
Vanguard,
now.
please?
Vanguard, same Vanguard, that they should have bought
okay.
it, funded the journalist, and like, but again, and just change the whole outlook of the Vanguard. Like
The outlook of the Vanguard, the branding and everything. Yeah.
They can take out politics. Like if a fintech is going to buy like a media platform today, I don't even want them to buy a fintech platform. I want them to buy a general platform. Right?
For real?
And then I want them to buy the same thing. The pitch I was having, like a follower with purchasing like the Vanguard back then. Buy a general platform, right? You can remove the politics out of it because, again, if you put the politics in it, your company is DOA in a few years. Do you understand?
Yes.
There's going to be that
the clash of interest.
The clash of interest, and all of that. So take the politics out of it. You can report on local news, whatever it is, and then build from there. I feel like that's one way to save journalism in Nigeria, and I feel like it's the fintech guys that are going to do it. So like a Paystack now, who do you think a Paystack should acquire? I mean, like a clear one, even though they are doing their own content and everything. But I think a clear one would be like, okay, like Kondia, former Dada Bender.
Yeah, Benjamin Dada.
Yeah, from
Kondia is Benjamin Dada now.
Yeah, they rebranded to like the Kondia, right?
So Kondia, yeah.
But it's a simple one.
It's a simple one. Yeah, you don't like the simple ones.
I don't like it. You know why? Because again, you have to look at Paystack's audience.
Yes.
Paystack's audience are not consuming, like some of them are consuming, the Condia, right? But they are more. Are you trying to tell me the person who owns the store
Well,
down the street at Yaba or etc? It's still a general platform. I still feel it's a general platform they need to own.
Paystack was not a general platform until Zap. Zap is their first B2C product.
But you have to look at it this way. Those, and this is where we used to have issues when we're doing marketing, because we think those B2B owners are sophisticated, reading Axios and co. No, those B2B are still B2C when you want to market to them.
That's still individuals at the end of the day.
Yes. So you might not go
Yeah.
as mass market as B2C, go and throw a billboard in the middle of nowhere, but the speak and the language and the comms that you are giving to these guys are still very much localized. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, like people who are using those terminals, people who are using those payment gateways, the first website they go to is not a tech website. Go ahead, please.
I have an example for you. Piggy vests buying with Talk Sound.
That's a good one. I don't know your angle there because that's
no. It's
that's entertainment. Yeah. That's an entertainment agency, right? So I'm trying to understand why.
Oh no, okay, it's an agency. They have a media company.
They have the media part of the company.
They have a media part of the company.
Yeah,
a media
also,
arm. That's what I'm saying. Not the agency. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm talking about the media.
The
media. Yeah,
the media part of it, yeah, and if they then say okay, the media part of it, right, and not just the W2S agency, but like the media part of it with their offline, they have some offline events they do inserts night.
Exactly,
now.
they
but
do.
Imagine if they're doing like a day event where they gathered young people and then put these young people through financial literacy, but in the most
culture,
fun way.
in a cultural way,
yeah. I'll say a partnership there works. Do you understand?
A partnership works. Okay.
Yeah, and they should. You guys call Dolakwa Musat, man. He's got brilliant ideas for this. The WHCS guys, they execute very well. I love what they do.
Yeah.
But I understand. But you see my point, right?
I see it.
It's like if a piggy vest purchased like Zikoko. If that would happen, you understand?
Yes.
Through this platform, we'll push whatever, but we want to reach more people. So it's the same thing. Like, I want to see more collaborations between financial technology companies that act very hip and cool on social.
Cool, yeah.
Do you understand? Going the length of saying, let's control the narrative, let's control media in our own way and push it for mainstream media, please. Mainstream, yeah.
A question for you, Sax, because you just you're laser focused on fintechs right now, and we've seen these things. Banks have done this thing. Yeah. Would you say it failed? The content marketing projects of banks, do you say it failed, or what's your take on it? Because UBA had Red Media.
I think it was good. I think it served the purpose, especially for GT Bank. I think Indani has
GT Bank
fantastic, because from there they moved from Indani.
So you think it's
Food and Drinks Festival? Yeah. They did everything.
Yes,
it worked for them.
It worked for them.
It worked the most for GT Bank.
For GT Bank,
I think for Accelerate TV, I think it worked well.
As it worked well, okay.
I think they could have done better. Right, I have some reasons why, but whatever. You understand? But I think they followed the Indani format and they couldn't quickly branch out and do the
branch out again to do the more. Yeah.
But because the Indani and GTB was successful anyway, so why
let's
just follow the same tour, and over some time we will also, and they did some nice shows and all of that, and they're doing good stuff with Accelerate and Access. The Red TV and
it not work.
UBA.
That was okay, right? I think they gave us some good shows. Men's Club, shout out to Men's Club. But
Men's Club is Red. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But you see, you don't even know.
I didn't even know, to be honest. But now
I think for Red Media, for Red TV, they were not able to really integrate and complete that content marketing cycle But I think GT Bank and Idani did it the best.
GT Bank is the playbook.
Yeah.
The playbook.
So they did
playbook.
It's the format. It's the formula.
Yeah. And they did it well. So that is what I need to see. But so they told great stories and all of that. And they
infused this into the company. Yeah.
So I want to see.
They did very well.
Yeah, I want to see.
Fintechs have to do that too.
Yeah, because they're the ones that have the bulk of the money. Who else? It's either the banks or the fintech, and the fintech is a bank, So I want to see a big boy say, "Oh, we're purchasing this legacy platform," and we're going to tell stories.
Bam.
You understand? Like, it's an audacious thing to do.
I thought they would have done that for the Guardian a long time ago.
And yeah, well, you know.
Yeah.
So it's that. Because, hey man, how much does the Vanguard cost? Everything. Assets, everything.
It's true.
Like,
it's expensive.
oh,
Oh.
it's billions, right?
Very expensive, bro.
The
It's
office
expensive.
alone in Lagos, you know,
You
should
know, then no, but here's the thing, right? So you look at that, like how much is going to cost? It's a lot of money, right?
It's a
And
lot
then
of
you look
money.
at
It's a lot of money.
the cogs. So not the cogs, the capex. How much does it cost to run this thing? How much
Yeah.
does it cost to run this thing? What are the monthly
The
recurring revenue?
operations. Yeah.
Operations and cost, right? Monthly
Omo.
cost, yearly cost, and then you start to, bro, because you're buying the brand. It's like when what's his name? Anosike bought Daily Times,
Yeah.
and then he bought the Miss Nigeria franchise as well. Like you
With
buy
it,
these
yeah.
things, Daily Times is the name. Maybe now
Is the
nobody
name.
gives an F, right? But 10, 15, 20 years ago, Daily Times was still, because
40 years
Daily
ago,
Times was
sef.
number one in the 90s. So
Yeah.
by the time you're purchasing Daily Times that has gone on and everything, the brand name is still there. The Vanguard, the brand name is still there. And then you can convert these things and build it. Bro, you
You can
scale
build off
back
it.
now. We're going to shut down some offices. And then we're
Of
going
course,
to
you
have like
streamline now.
satellite offices or like, you know, but like how, again, to what end? It's only if the GB at Flutterwave just, you know, says, okay, you know what, I'm just going to take a Jeff Bezos approach and save the Washington Post. Do you understand? You know, if GB just says, and
Yeah.
GB is just like passionate about like storytelling and telling our stories and says, you know what, I'm just passionate about this thing. So this is going to be my project. You know what, this is not even Flutterwave. Or I can convince Flutterwave as a company to acquire this platform. Do you understand? Like he can make the move, he can push for the move. Either he does himself or does installs an editor in chief, builds something, and then in a few years it becomes the number one paper
Yeah.
again. You can just say, you know, I'm
That'll
going
be
to build.
it'll be interesting, you know.
Yeah, GB can just say, you know, I'm going to build the Vanguard to be the next 234 next. And then we'll make some hard choices. We're going to shut down papers and make it a monthly paper. You know, like
Yeah.
like what
Because I was thinking
works?
about that, like you have to shut off print at some
Yeah.
point. You look at
What
it like,
works?
whoa.
Let's invest in this. Let's invest in that. What works? And then you build something again. And then the thing becomes so big, and you do the Vanguard Awards where the president attends.
Journalism go shake for this country.
You understand? So I would love to see. It'll be my dream to see Paystack, Flutterwave, Money Points, one of these big boys really go into that space. But mostly it is because the head of that company is passionate about storytelling.
Yeah.
Storytelling, yeah.
Yeah. That's that. In more tech stories, I came across a story. Yes, where is it? Oh, RIP to the CEO of OnlyFans, by the way. I don't
Yeah,
know
I
if
saw
you guys
that.
saw the story, yeah?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I
OnlyFans
saw that.
owner Leonard Radvinsky passed away at 43. Passed away at 43, right? And if you guys don't know what OnlyFans is a creator platform where you can create like different tiers and, you know, put out your talent or whatever, and people can then pay to consume some of these things. Started out as that, and then it grew into a lot of young women selling their pictures and videos of their naked bodies for subscription. You know, selling a
Yeah.
subscription and people paying for it. People have made millions of dollars from this. People have thousands of subscribers. People have made a lot of money, right? And then this platform is also frowned upon because people feel like, oh, this is like online prostitution, you know. And again, OnlyFans goes, I'm painting it very simply. It goes from simple things as posting naked photos to having sex on the platform and
Yeah.
recording and
Yes.
uploading.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have fans who can pay for whatever. You can have private sessions. It's crazy. I saw someone quote this video, a picture of I'm sorry, the tweet of the CEO passing away, saying OnlyFans is one of the worst things to happen to modern society, and I don't care how unpopular this take is. They built a platform that incentivized young women to sell themselves by dangling life-changing money in front of them. And every girl who made it big became a walking billboard for the next wave of 18-year-olds who thought it was their ticket to freedom. It's not empowerment, it's exploitation with a marketing budget. The damage this has done to an entire generation of women and the way young men view relationships is something we won't fully understand for another decade. And the owner sitting back collecting 20% of every single transaction isn't a genius businessman. He built a machine that profits off the commodification of women at scale. That's not innovation, that's a pimp with a payment processor. If you believe in the afterlife, that man has a very uncomfortable if you believe in the afterlife, that man has a very uncomfortable conversation coming. But sure, keep putting on magazine covers and calling him an entrepreneur. Good day. What do you think about that?
But he created a platform for people who just wanted to push out content. I do ever think that his big sin was allowing explicit content to be on that platform. I think that was his big thing. From what we've seen, especially
he tried shutting it down one time during that
He
COVID.
of
There was
course.
one time he was shutting down.
For real?
Yeah,
Yes.
they tried
I'm sure it's
stopping.
business. He
Yeah.
tried stopping it actually, but I'm sure when he looked at the numbers, just like I was saying, just like Twitter, once you allow adult content enter your platform, to get it out will be so hard because it will affect your daily active users, your backend and everything. So is that devil you just have to accommodate, and unfortunately, he accommodated it. Mark Zuckerberg's genius was ensuring that none of his platforms accommodates adult content.
Yeah.
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 Just the nipple.
From day one.
A nipple.
From day one on Facebook,
I
he
will
has said it.
I have to say a female nipple. Because
Yeah, female nipple.
Yes, it's a male nipple is there, a female nipple.
Yeah.
So that's why Zuckerberg can be like, hey, and the other. Then this guy, Elon Musk has tried to. I'm sure he has tried to move porn from Twitter, but like, bro.
No, he
It's not
can, but
possible.
they don't want. It's a flick of a button. Higher, they can do this.
No, I mean it's possible.
Yeah, it's
but
traffic.
when again, he looks at the numbers, the traffic.
It's the traffic,
bro. They'll take a hit.
He's I'm sure in Pornhub in their office when they're putting their decks up and putting competitors. X is there.
Twitter X is there. Definitely.
X has to be their normal competitor right now. Yeah.
X is there. Yeah, because people are the thing about X is that I'm watching porn on X is that you can open X on anywhere. On your laptop, everywhere, right? You can if you open it, use any Wi-Fi, whatever. People see X.com, like okay,
it's Twitter exactly.
It's Twitter that's it.
Wait, hold on.
Also,
God damn it!
That's the genius of Twitter, babe.
No,
that's an advantage. That's the market.
Guys,
advantage.
Change it from Twitter to X.
Yes.
X.
He has always wanted to change.
Wow,
he has always wanted a platform with X.
No,
all his
that's
life.
that's the whole. When you see X videos, X this one, X that X.
Yes.
You get it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
X.com. Yeah,
anyways, Leonid Radvinsky died at age 43. His net worth is estimated to be about $4.7 billion.
God damn.
Yeah.
Why did he die so early? Was he sick?
I have no. Funny enough, they didn't put any reason. I'll check.
They didn't put any reason.
When we're talking, I'll check and see. Someone said, "Rest in peace to the man whose work challenged a common lie and assumption about women being forced into the porn industry. His creation proves that when given the choice and opportunity, many women will choose to enter the prostitution industry voluntarily, despite having no barriers to education or voting, and in many cases enjoying more rights and privileges than men, and they are mostly supported by other women who frame these choices as freedom and sexual liberation." I think he's right here as well.
He go shock you. They go so spin that. They also tell that it's men that made women to enter this line of business.
It's also a great point that says with freedom and access, right, you voluntarily actually pick up these things and do it. It's also a good one. Yeah, I like the breakdown. I like the breakdown there.
Such a revolutionary platform.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about some other things. I wanted to I saw a TechAbout article on Kuda. Yes, Kuda. Kuda Bank or Kuda. cuts jobs as restructuring hits core units, hundreds feared affected. This is a report by Ken Abuya, Mukhtar Oladumade, and Eme Agbo. All right. It says on Wednesday, March 25, employees of Kuda, Nigerian Digital Bank, were invited to a video call with senior executives. Before it ended, hundreds were told their contracts had been terminated as part of a company-wide restructuring. The job cuts affected multiple departments, according to multiple sources familiar with the matter and official documents obtained by Tech Cabal on Friday morning. Tech says Kuda is evolving how the organization is structured to support the next phase of our growth and scale. A company spokesman told Tech Cabal in an emailed response on Friday, this is not a decision driven by financial pressure, but part of the natural evolution of a company at our stage, aligning with industry benchmarks. Something that stood out here, which now became a conversation on social media, Twitter, was that 19 of the unit's 40 marketing employees were affected. 2 employees who were affected with the job cuts told Tech Cabal. Now everybody now say, "Whoa, why does Tech Cabal have 40 people in their marketing team? What the hell?" And that whole conversation spoiled into something else. And I wanted us to actually discuss that part, right? There's a whole conversation we can discuss about how companies are cutting off. Also, I think the QDAX also Tech Cabal also put out a report on QDAX also, cutting some jobs, etc.
Cutting jobs, yeah.
Yeah, but people are saying, why does Kuda Bank have 40 marketing employees?
Marketing.
And for someone who worked in a marketing employee last in the fintech here, I believe it's Steve Diddy. So, Steve, can you tell us if it's above board, or can you put some context to it? I have some context, but I want to hear from you guys as well. A digital bank that is based, context here is based in Nigeria, but also runs operations in the UK, I believe, have 40 marketing employees, and they cut 19 off. Like, what's your take on that?
I don't think 40 is not a crazy number for a company of that operates like Kuda and that operates also with the ambition. It's a digital bank. That does not mean they don't do offline marketing. And marketing is not just personal content, so you have people who also go out to talk about the product, to tell people about the product. So 40 is not a bad number at all. It's an okay number for a company of that size. And also you have to consider, maybe size of the customer base, what the target actually is, right? And the ambition. So they have ambition of being a cross-border company in time. That also works. 40 is not a crazy number. I don't know why that's a conversation. In fact, the conversation I even want to have is, why are you saying you are going to the next phase of growth and you are cutting your marketing team? So who are the growths? Who's now driving the growth? Are you having a sales-led growth or a marketing-led growth? So that's the conversation. So in terms of like number of marketers in the team, that's okay numbers. 40 is okay numbers.
40 is okay. Okay, could you break down the 40? And I think the great thing you mentioned there, which was what I was going to mention as well, is when people hear marketing, especially when you have these Twitter conversations, you think it's everybody behind the desk, acting
exactly.
No. There's also a lot of offline acquisitions going on, and I think that's what makes the bulk of like any marketing team, right? Like,
marketing
how do we get these things? It's just that most times, especially for banks, they are always sales led. And that's why you find most of those guys in sales, and then they do some ad hoc marketing as well.
Marketing,
right?
Yes.
Yeah. But I think
break
to
it
run
down,
a bank and you're looking for like acquisitions, especially acquisitions, right? Not retention or acquisitions.
Not retention, acquisition.
It's a sales-led thing, right?
I
know a popular fintech that had 2,000 sales-led marketing team. They were not described as marketing, but they were doing
marketing. But they were doing marketing.
They were coming up with the brochures. They were coordinating with the people creating.
That's marketing.
They were going to. So you have all of that as
that's
well.
Marketing.
Yeah, you want to mention
What
something?
No, like if you look at it, like social media, you say you have like social media managers, like you have like four or five, right?
Yeah.
So that's 35 already. You have PRO managers and media managers, like people who maybe communications, like people who handle communications, maybe like I would say 3 or 5 or 3 to 5. Do you get offline acquisition? Maybe like 10. Do you get then the marketing leads, data analysts within the marketing team, ad managers, both digital and traditional ads, because you have somebody handling maybe the traditional ads on radio, on TV,
And maybe you
billboard.
also, yeah. And maybe you
Do you
also
get
boycotted like, agency, and then you do all your design,
agencies and you're
design and
doing on your
everything in
design?
house
Thank
because it's
you. You have the
cheaper.
videographers, you have the designers, everything is within the marketing team. 40 is just okay numbers now. Like 40 is not crazy, my guy.
Yeah.
Do you get 40 is not crazy. Like if you for a digital bank of that size, you need at least 5 people in your digital ad team. People running like social media ads, TikTok ads, Instagram ads,
I won't
Meta
say
ads.
5. I won't say 5. Wait,
What? 5 now, bro?
I say between 2 people can carry that job. 3 max.
No.
For
It
Kuda
depend,
Bank,
like,
how many ads? Okay,
that's-
like 3 people are doing ads. Why do you need
Okay,
5
let's
people
just say
to do
3.
ads? I know it's big. Do you understand? But 5 people running
Bro.
the ads. Especially, you know how Nigerian, well, I can't say it because they're an international company in the
Yeah,
UK as well.
it's
and
true.
all of that.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. But like,
Okay, let me just say.
But like for a Kuda Bank,
in
40
that
people in
in that
marketing,
in
I'm
that
not,
ads,
I'm not raising an eyebrow.
it's not an eyebrow. In that digital ads, you still also have like the organic SEO guys.
Yes, you have like 2 people.
So let me 2 people doing organic
You have
SEO.
like maybe 2,
then
3
you have
content writers.
2, 3 content writers. Then you have like digital ads. They have Meta ads, Google ads, maybe TikTok. Like 5 is not crazy for digital ads, departments. Then communication and PRO, maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So I don't think
Internal
it's crazy.
comms.
Yeah, it is not crazy. It's 40 is not a crazy number at all. Yeah.
40 is not crazy. 40 is not crazy.
Yeah.
I think
They've caught 19, by the way. See? So it's how many
Joy.
now?
Yeah,
It's 21. So
21.
yeah. With
Really
AI, with
now.
automations. Osagie, we've not mentioned newsletter managers. Did you get? So yeah. So like with automations and AI making our jobs like easier now, I think 19 can be able, like 21 can be able to, with a lot of automations, AI doing your job. So yeah, it makes sense. Shout out to them. It's not easy.
I once applied for the role of head of marketing.
Over Kuda.
Yeah, some years ago. Yeah.
Some years ago, okay.
And then they reached out to me later. I think I applied. They reached out to me like 2 months later.
Oh, okay. By that time, you've moved on.
Yeah, they actually reached out, reviewed your application, like to see and invite you for a first stage of our interview process, screening and all of that. And I told, at that time, I'd moved on, so I told them I wasn't looking at applying for the position at the time. And
anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I moved on. It would have been interesting. I like challenges like that. It would have been interesting. But shout out to them. See, running a business in Nigeria, it's not for the weak.
My brother, it's tough.
It's not for the weak. One thing I do give them, and I will give the marketing team, is that they handle the branding to the point where everybody knows what Kuda is. So I'll give a shout out to them.
They did a good job. Yeah.
I also give a shout out to the product team.
Yep.
They did a good job back then. Yeah. In more tech news, YouTube is now asking with a pop-up asking people if a video they are watching feels like AI slop to help combat low quality AI generated videos.
YouTube and their fight against AI.
Yeah. So they'll be. Guess what though? I read that thing, and the only one thing came to my mind because came to my sinister mind, which is they are not asking you if it feels like AI slop. They are just for them to stop the videos. They're asking you if it feels like AI slop so they can better train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand? To pay that's the only way forward. Everybody's embracing AI. everybody is doing what? Embracing AI. This whole thing of you think, oh, it's gonna stop, there are gonna be some down whatever.
Yeah,
That's
like the
gonna
whole Sora
happen.
news. I know it's coming back
Yeah.
again. They just want to go and work on something.
They want to go and work on something.
Yeah, Sora.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know who Sora is, like, who wants to tell us what Sora is? Who wants to give us
No,
that?
now
brief?
you know. Now you be the Silicon Valley experts.
Yeah. So Sora is a platform owned by OpenAI, I believe,
Open.
right? That creates
Yes,
that
OpenAI,
creates AI generated videos. That's the platform. That's the vertical under OpenAI. ChatGPT is more like generated
LLM,
based, and
yeah.
they can create pictures and well. But you get my point. But like for most like videos and everything, Sora is their platform, and they're shutting it down. As a matter of fact, they have even shut down their partnership with Disney. I believe they were doing something with Disney as well, and Disney, they exited the partnership and all of that because they're
Yeah,
shutting
they
it down.
bounced.
People are saying they're shutting it down because obviously maybe it's not worth it anymore. People are not creating as much or paying as much and everything, and they're focusing on something else, maybe AI agents, whatever it is. So things like this will happen. It's not going to be perfect.
It's still a growing industry. It's still a very young growing industry.
It's not going to be perfect, but hey, if you can anything with AI, like I always say, please just take it like that. I use God Beguna. Accept AI for what it is. All right, guys, should we go on a quick music break?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a quick music break, and we'll come back and we end the show. Maybe with some fanmail. What do you guys think?
Yep.
All right, let's see.
All right, we'll be back.
I admit, maybe we should have taken it gently. You take it to leave me, you tell me. Baby, don't tell me, baby, don't tell me. I forfeit attention to the other girls give me. I just got a little bit lucky. You could have killed me, could have destroyed me. Cause in my mind, I'm Superman, now you know it's lame. And tell me that you feel the same. Take away all my pain, I won't feel the shame. In your mind, you only here cause I got fame. And all you do is track my name. Try to put it all to shame, and it's such a shame. In my mind, I'm Superman, now you know it's lame. And tell me that you feel the same. Take away all my pain, I won't feel the shame. In your mind, you only here cause I got fame. And all you do is track my name. Tryna put it all to shame, and it's such a shame. I got out the bullet. One could have thought you were God, you just a novice. That's you remind me of. Remember Judas. You never cared about the love. I wish I knew this. Eric with my carrot, but we're head down shit. Got the leg wallet. Anytime I'm outside, I'm like, where I wallet. How many unknown guys to the ball, lolly? Tell me, it's in my mind. I'm Superman, now you know it's lame. And tell me that you feel the same. Take away all my pain, I won't feel the shame. In your mind, you only here cause I got fame. And all you do is track my name. Try to put it all to shame, and it's such a shame. In my mind, I'm Superman, now you know it's lame. And tell me that you feel the same. Take away all my pain, I won't feel the shame. In your mind, you only here cause I got fame. And all you do is track my name. Tryna put it all to shame, and it's such a shame.
You're now listening to Loose Talk.
And we are back. That was the one and only Buju Benson. What does he call himself nowadays? Benson, Buju, which one?
Benson.
Benson. So Buju Benson told him, "Hey man,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Stop calling my name." That's basically what happened. Abi.
That's a big man name. Yeah, you can't use that name.
Wow, just happened like that. Do you guys watch the J. Cole interviews he's been doing?
I watched the one with Cameron though.
The one with
I watched
Cameron,
the one
right?
with Cameron. Yeah.
I'm not watching anyone yet.
I think it's one with 7 p.m. in New York. The one with
Oh, Mellow.
Melo and
Melo's podcast, yeah, Kazim.
and the other guy now, the basketballer.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. I don't
Oh,
watch the
Camelo.
podcast, but
Yeah,
I know that
Melo.
Melo. Yeah, Camelo. That's Melo now. Yeah, Melo,
Yeah.
Melo. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I've not
Melo and
listened. I'm not going to. I don't have time for
but
that
there are
one.
some
But
clips where
I watched. I watched the one with Cameron though.
yeah, there's some clips where he's talking about like actors, like rappers, they're not real. What they're saying is not real. It's like a made up thing.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I saw
It
that.
wasn't really good PR for
Yeah, for
rappers,
the genre. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, he was saying something about being like the best rapper. That when he says it on the record, he doesn't mean it. He doesn't actually believe that he's the best rapper. He's not better than Common. He's not better
Yeah.
than Talib
J. Cole should drop
Kweli
up
and stuff like
interviews.
that. I'm like, bro, this is just demystifying the whole thing.
This is worse every time.
You're supposed to mean that shit, man. That's just, bro. That's what maturity does. Like, J. Cole is like almost 40. He's married. He has kids. He has like things that are more important to him than what you see. Like, what is
Absolutely.
perceived or your perception. So his whole the picture has changed for him. He does not care anymore. Fall Off is he's saying Fall Up is not, although it's not a retirement album, but if he said it's okay if it's his last album. So this is a guy that is checking out. He does not care about what you think, bro. He does not give a damn about what anybody thinks. You know, so that's just a man who does not care. You know, so we
Like
have
you
to give him
said-
that grace when you want to critique him. You know.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you absolutely. And congratulations to Ayra Starr on winning the best international act at the 2026 MOBO Awards. Congratulations to
Easy.
her again. Yeah.
Well, so I saw a lot of commentary about her this week, which I think was unfair. Which I
There's
think
a lot
has
of
been
commentary
unfair
on that
on
girl.
her.
Can they take it easy on her?
negative?
Yeah, negative. That her, her project, like the reason why she went to stay in America, and New York has failed. You know, she wants to be Tyler so bad. That's why she went.
It's not even up to a year. She's not even dropped on
People are
album.
making
Calm down.
such like very, very hasty conclusions. Like, come on, man. You know, this is somebody who's trying to go into another phase of her career. She's already successful. She's already a successful artist. You get,
Yeah.
you know, but she's just trying to like figure out another way. So she deserves that. She deserves that grace. So let's hold on a bit. You know.
Yeah, I think we can't be too hasty. And this is me coming from someone who has critiqued, not necessarily
Who has
her,
been
because I
not
love her.
necessarily-
There's
yeah,
people who are
yeah.
manager and everything, but guys, we need to give people the grace.
Yeah, you have to give them some time to figure it
The
out.
last
It's not
time
easy.
I critiqued Ladipo here and I unnecessarily did it, right? I think someone called me or so and just said, and I thought about it. He's a young man, has a family, chose rap as a career, something people like me chickened out of. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Chose rap as a career and said, this is what I want to do. I want to be an entertainer and I want to make money off it as a business. I think I need to chill at times. I need to chill at times. So Ladipo, I'm sorry. I need to chill at times. Like, it's a human being, man.
He's not sorry.
No, if I dare your house, I go to follow you talk like that. I don't go follow you talk like that now. And I'm not saying being chicken, but there will be more context. I would understand more and everything, right? So at times I need to chill. See, and if you look at the core of me even getting mad, it's because I actually consider you a talented guy. Now I just want more albums from you, bro. Yeah, he's elite like that. I rap like the Raw Records, right? So I can understand how I'm coming from, but I also don't know 100% of
You don't
what's
have the full
going
picture.
on. So let me chill and do more. Of
going back to the
celebrating
Ayra Starr,
and encouraging, yeah.
The Ayra Starr conversation that I was saying, I just saw it as just people making content. That's why I don't take these people serious anymore.
Bro,
you know, some
I
people
just
have
saw
to
it as
feel
content.
content quota.
Exactly, quota. I just saw it as content, and
if they
at the end of the day,
stop-
I'm not taking it seriously.
And that's why these conversations are happening more on Twitter, because banger conversations are happening more.
Yes. Yep.
There are some people that are genuinely having these conversations, and there's some people it's just banger content. There was a guy that was putting out, you know what they do now on Twitter? If you go into scroll like the feed mode where you're just swiping the videos
Scroll,
up,
yeah.
right?
Which
You see
is
that
a very
people-
dangerous thing to do.
Yeah, but me, I can cut out of it immediately because they start feeding me nonsense, and
Nonsense. It's true.
what appeals to me, they don't even feed me, so they can't keep me in the loop.
It's true. It's true.
After my
Actually,
third
it's
swipe
true.
of video, you're showing
You are
me
done.
Sopranos, like a
So
15-second
let
Sopranos.
me.
That's what they're
What
doing
you
now.
want
They're
to
cutting movies now.
movies and
Yeah, that's what they're doing now.
and they're doing. That's what they're doing now. It's nonsense.
And
Yeah.
then they do the thing. They put like some audio to describe what
Audio
he's doing.
voiceover to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This man realizes his wife.
So
has
what you want,
God, I
what you were
hate-
talking
hate
about,
that AI
what you were
voice.
talking about is when they put up a video
Yes.
and have a different caption to it. That's what
And
you're talking about.
some they will just put up a video and someone will just say, "Man, this skin is crazy,"
Yeah.
So there's one guy, popular guy, that put it up, right? Someone quoted and say, "Bro, this is your 5th video in an hour." Do you
Calm down.
understand? Elon Musk money, because that's how to make money now.
Yes.
And you
Yeah,
saw
it
what
is.
one of the guys, I think he heads product at Twitter, Nikita Bear, what he said about I shared it in the group now. What he said about
Yeah. But Elon Musk later
they're
came
going
to override
Yeah.
her now.
to give
Yeah,
you
they
some
said they're stopping.
context.
Yeah.
To give you some context, right? They want to stop or disable the ability to create parody content if you're in a certain region, to create parody content in politics for another region.
That's not how I understood it.
I'll
They
explain.
want to stop you from earning from impression from other
Well,
regions.
it's not earning. They are not even going to
Ah.
they would your stuff will you will not. Oh, I think it's earning. No, wait, let me go
It's
and look for
earning.
that
It's
tweet.
earning.
Because
It's
earning ultimately discourages you from doing it.
Yes.
Oh man,
Yes.
if I can find that tweet, I can actually pull it up. Anyways, they want to discourage people from creating parody accounts of people based in another region and then creating that content for a certain region. I'll give you
Yeah.
an example. When they created the ability for you to click on someone's join date and see the location you're tweeting from, right? People started to find out that most
Niger.
of the
Far right accounts.
the far right or right wing accounts
Supposed.
that create content for that audience in America were owned by Nigerians and Indians.
If I can Trump's there's a parody of If I Can Trump also that was
Yes.
from Nigeria.
A very big Ivanka Trump parody account.
Parody handle, yeah.
I won't even say parody account, just say support account now. They're not even parody
Yes,
anymore.
it's support. It's not parody. It's support. It's true.
Yeah, big support. I think has like 1 million followers or something or more, right? They found out that it's owned by a Nigerian in Nigeria.
And it's very popular among
amongst
The far right people.
Yeah, far right people. And the team publishes, like, I went and read the tweets. Bro, do you see what this team publishes? Far right agenda owned by somebody. There's one I'm just thinking out now. Ivanka Trump fans, account based in Macedonia. So they understand that far right people love content like this. And what have they done? There's another one. I just went to Ivanka Trump on Twitter and went to people, right? There's another one. Ivanka Trump RVQ, right? It has 30,000 followers. Account based in Africa, account connected via African App Store.
That's cool.
You understand? And this is not even that very popular one because that popular one
is not that popular one. Yeah.
That one was close to 1 million.
That can affected football Twitter a lot too.
Yes, because they started to find out that a lot of those accounts
You
were
know, even
based
get
in
this
India.
place, yeah.
The Nigerian ones, they branded themselves as Nigerians already, so it was okay.
They'll be
Because they used to
fine.
tweet about Super Eagles, but they were
It's
the other
true,
ones
it's true.
that would just do United.
Especially the ones who were forming tacticals on Twitter.
Yes.
Once you lose credibility if it's discovered that you're not close to the action.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yes.
You lose a lot of credibility.
So there was that as well. I'm clicking on all the Ivanka Trump accounts and everything is just connected via African App Store. It's crazy. It's crazy because once one works, the rest just cover. I think that one they eventually shut it down because it's no more here anymore. I think they shut it down finally. When they found out. Anyways, that is going on as well. So they want to shut it down. But I think someone came and said, hey, man, it doesn't make sense. The Americans that live outside America as well, if you shut it down, how are they going to reach their audiences? Then, what's his name? Trump, Elon Musk jumped in on the whole thing and said, "Yeah, they're gonna find a way to fix it and all of that." It was just interesting to see that happen and all of that going on. Should we do some fan mail? Hey, no. We have to do this week in history. We didn't do it last week.
All right, let's go.
So maybe we do this week in history and we call it a wrap and we do fan mail next week. Got some very nice fan mails as well. All right, this week in history, where we were still in the month of March, I believe. Should we do this week in history last week? Oh, let's just do this week and we'll be fine. Actually, we should do next week since today is the 29th. So let's do last week and this week. This week in history, March 24th to March 30. And before we do this week in history, I have a soundbite for it now. This week in history. Anyways, weeks after he was forced to resign as Nigeria's Inspector General of Police, EFCC officers arrested Tafa Balogun on March 28, 2005. Days later, he stood before the Federal High Court in Abuja, charged with money laundering and stealing 13 billion naira between 2002 and 2002 and 2004. With 70 charges against him, he struck a plea bargain, returning much of the wealth in exchange for a 6-month sentence, part of which he served at the Abuja National Hospital. Years later, EFCC could not account for the recovered funds. This is your typical
Dem bobo, your mama.
Typical story. I think this was the first time we heard of like the EFCC picking up, like the Inspector General of Police. Everybody said he must have pissed off. He pissed off.
He must have pissed
Obasanjo at the time, pissed off Obasanjo. Something happened. They picked him up. But bro, laundering and stealing 13 billion naira in 2002.
Do you know how much that money is going to that you know what that money is now?
13 billion naira.
Let's just assume
people's lives are being wasted.
Man.
Do you understand?
Those
lives of policemen wasted.
Salaries, pensions, wasted. Welfare, training.
Children that have not been born, their lives are
their own life is already minus. You know when before they give birth to you, your life is already minus. Your life is already minus. So even enter zero self, you go hustle.
Picking where they never born, in life don't deal.
Your life don't useless. It's gone.
It's crazy. Sorry to divert, but we were talking about someone who recently purchased, which is what they should actually be doing party over, not if you buy Benz for person. Now, if you buy solar, install solar, and go off grid. They're supposed to do like housewarming. Do you understand?
You're the big man. You're the big man.
On the something, do wash them. Because it costs a lot of money, right? And I was asking some guys in the group, someone went off grid recently. I don't know it's off grid, but like had the whole infrastructure set up and everything, right? And then we were asking the guys in the group how much would this cost. Someone said like about 6 million naira. And then we did a whole calculation of what 6 million naira could do.
Can help you do.
Do you understand? If you put 6 million naira in a fund that gives you 10% per annum, right?
Yeah.
I did that whole breakdown of how much this
that's
person.
600K, yeah.
Yeah, so 600K, right? And in 10 years, that's 600K times 10. And I'm not even factoring in the compounding interest, which you obviously with more, right? Yeah. So in 6 years, that person would have made another 6 million. Of course, more. Let's just break it down like that, right? Apart from the person's initial 6 million. And I try to explain that this is how much the country has robbed from that person because the person had to take that 6 million to go and do solar.
Sorry, you're going to tactical. You're going to logical. Average Nigerian.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But do you guess what I'm saying? You invested that money in something that the government should have provided for you and you could pay for, or you took that money and then invested in something that shouldn't exist,
despite being a tax-paying citizen.
And then the country has robbed you of the opportunity to use that money to make more money,
to better yourself. Yeah.
That's my point. So back to Tafa 13. Where's Tafa? Is he still alive?
He died now.
He died. Yeah.
When did he die? What year did he die? He died in 2022. 74 years. Probably sent the money, gave his family, everybody good, bought some houses.
You know the drill now. You know the drill.
Oh
People
god.
benefit all that thing and say, the government is not doing well for us.
You know what? You know the thing that annoys me is all these gaslighters on behalf of the government. They'll tell you it's not possible to steal 16 billion naira in the Nigerian government. How much do you think the Nigerian government has? Then you see stories like this, and you know that that bleeding us dry.
You shook. Anyways, this week in history, Nigeria switches the driver's seat from right to left. On April 2, 1972, Nigeria switched from the British-style right-hand drive to the left-hand drive using French, German, and American systems. The Yakubu Gowon regime justified the move as a step towards uniformity and trade alignment with other African countries. It was also seen as a symbolic break from colonial ties with Britain. To ease the transition, the government introduced special exhibitions, television programs, and a revised highway code. This happened in April 2, 1972.
Man,
I could
imagine
I think we talked about this on the pod before.
I could imagine the logistical, like
Nightmare.
the logistical challenge, his nightmare that it will bring. Shout out to
Well,
them. They actually executed it. It was well executed anyway, right?
Yeah,
If
in
not today.
1972.
In hindsight, yeah.
If not
That
today,
was
guess
well
what?
done. Sorry,
Guess what?
Netherlands is right or left?
Left. It's left.
Oh, okay,
Guys,
left
guess
like
what?
Nigeria. Like, okay.
Like Nigeria.
Guess what?
Like
If this
Nigeria.
happened today, right?
It can't
Imagine if
happen
Nigeria
today.
It can't happen today.
FRC will not know that the government has changed anything.
1972. I wonder how many cars were on the road because it could have taken some people some time. They will have to sell off those cars, get new cars.
Yes,
Yeah. And I'm sure
new
they would have
cars,
started
yeah.
announcing. They would already be announcing that this is when it's going to happen. And like you said, you just switching on the TV. There are programs to let you know, oh, this is going to be and going to be. In Nigeria today, you just see a daily post breaking. Nigeria changes this thing, and that is all. Police will not know. FRC will not know. In short, police will start you that don't even know yet because news just came out. Police will start harassing you and collecting money from you. You don't see the news this morning. They don't change this thing now. You will not drop money.
That's
the government has no rollout. The federal government of today has no rollout for any major change in law or policy. It just announces.
They can't even do it. Yeah, it's not possible.
They can't do it.
Who was the
That's
Minister
what
of
NTA was-
Transportation or something? Like, is there a book written about it? Because this is a huge initiative.
I'm just
Do you
reading
understand?
it. I'm just reading on Claude now. You know, I just told him to do a fact finding for me. And it's talking about why did Nigeria do it? It says Nigeria was surrounded by countries with French colonial history, Republic of Benin, Cameroon, Niger, Chad, that had always been on the right-hand drive, right? Their drivers used on the left-hand drive. Their drivers used Nigeria's ports and borders while Nigerian drivers delivered goods to those countries with much confusion. Sure you get. So it makes sense.
Makes
You're
sense. It
driving
makes
into those
sense to
places.
align with your
Regional integration.
neighbors.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
was-
just imagining how they
says it
pulled
is-
it off in terms of
I'll get there.
just
It was also believed that the economic ties with the other African nations would be strengthened and preparations were being made to construct a trans-African highway from Nigeria to Kenya. Okay, in terms of preparation, it took years of planning. As far back as January 13, 1970, the federal government set up a national commission for the right-hand traffic. Why is it saying right hand instead of left hand? Anyways, some existing highways had to be reconstructed. The new road signs were provided. In the weeks leading up to the transition, Nigeria launched public exhibitions, television broadcasts, introduced the highway code. Buses were modified to accommodate passengers boarding from the opposite side. All preparations cost the nation about $3 million, like about $9 million. Then on the day itself, April 2, majority of motorists decided to take no chances and stayed at home. The Association of Minibuses resolved that no minibus will ply that road that day. To manage the traffic flow, police were supported by military personnel and specially trained traffic wardens, and a temporary speed limit of 20 miles per hour was enforced for 4 weeks. Why was it successful? Remarkably, yes. Road accidents decreased by 77.6% in April 72 compared to the same month in 71, and motor accidents decreased by 55.8%. The change significantly improved cross-border trade and mobility and opened up access to a wider range of vehicles and parts from international manufacturers. Yeah, so it'll be difficult to pull off now because we don't even have the. It's hard. Like it's just generally hard. There are more cars on the road. Even if you have like
Yeah.
an efficient way of like, it's too late. Too many
And the
cars on the
road,
road. It will
the
take.
road infrastructure is more dense now than
Yeah,
it
and we're
was
still
in
buying old
1970. So,
cars. I'd like
yeah.
maybe it will take about a day, 5 years. I don't know how they
Man,
do it.
I can't even imagine how we'll go about it. Let's just forget about the idea.
Yeah, let's forget about it. That was this week in history. Thank you very much. You guys can get more stories like this on archiving.ng or archiving archivi.ng. Can get 1 million and more stories on Nigeria's history. More to come when we talk about it. We're going to talk about the first recorded plane crash in Nigeria. We're going to talk about the Gideon Okaku. So many things to talk about. It is super interesting. Guys, what books are you guys reading now?
Oh, I've paused on my book for a minute, but I'll be back soon.
Interesting. I am reading the book I shared with you guys recently.
Yeah, don't know about the kidnappers or be terrorists. I can't remember.
The revolutionists, the story of
Yeah.
the extremists who hijacked the 1970s. Very interesting book about like how terrorism just sprung up, what led to it, the stories behind it, of course the big players there, Palestine, Iran, America, Israel, and all of that. But like from the get-go, Steve has the book now and I was just telling you from the get-go, bro, nah, papa di popo. No, the build-up was not. There was no slow build-up. It's already there, telling you what's going on. And I think, I'm listening to it now. Shout out to Coco who shared Speechify with me. So I just listened to it, and it's good. After that, I'm going to then read Max Solon's. I'm going on to Max Solon's The Forgotten Era book. I need to get that. Then I'm going to go to The Tragedy of Victory, the other book. I just want to read more on like Nigerian and African history, everything that relates to like Nigeria, West Africa. Because the more you read it, the better. Is when I finished these Max Olun books, I just became numb. So like it just became clearer that all the problems we complain about today, these problems have existed and have not been solved. So for
and they've been
me,
designed that way.
the potential of these problems then being solved today and not existing in the future is closer to 0 than 1. The probability.
And you also experience the nascent form of the problems, like how it formed, how it developed, and the reason it also developed. So you had a clearer understanding. Talking about Coco, yeah, because of Coco, I started this project Hail Mary book yesterday.
Okay.
The movie came out recently, about a week.
Oh, I wanted to ask, is it the same
ago.
thing about the movie? Yeah.
The same thing.
Apparently, it's a big hit. It's a big hit.
Yeah, yes. He was telling me about it. So yeah, that's why I started reading. I started reading yesterday.
Now.
Really good book.
Okay, I'll check it out because I've been seeing.
Maybe that's what I read.
I've been seeing it. Yeah, I've been seeing
so after this one, I'll go to Osage's recommendation. Osage's recommendation will be for the Easter break.
You just
next week.
Just quickly.
Oh, it's true. Today now Palm Sunday. Oh.
Yeah. But I just discovered that the public holiday here is just Friday. Easter Monday we go work. I'm like, why?
Why no go work?
Our own is the
not be Sunday.
Good Friday. Good Friday with the go work, but Easter Monday na holiday.
For real?
I tell you.
But
so on next Saturday, I'm actually going for a Femi Kuti concert.
Oh, Femi Kuti is
nice, nice.
Do you know somebody?
Nice.
Do you know somebody told me that
he's in 4 cities in the Netherlands, but I'm picking the one at
4 cities in Netherlands.
I'm telling you, he's in Arnhem. He's in Den
Bro,
Haag.
that's our number 1 touring artist in the world.
He's in Arnhem. He's in Den Haag. He's in Maastricht, and he's also in. He's somewhere else. He put it on because I went.
Did you buy the tickets or you got
me where I don't buy?
tickets?
Me where I don't buy my tickets.
Okay.
It's not much, man.
Last week somebody told me he's Nigeria's longest touring artist currently now. Musician.
It's very possible.
And I thought about it. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that's toured that
Thank
tours
you.
every year in Europe.
He's in Netherlands. He's in Arnhem. He's in Alkmaar. He's in Den Haag, and he's in Maastricht. So he's on the 2nd, on the 3rd, on the 4th, and on the 6th. Then he goes to Germany. Then he's in 3 cities in Germany. He's in 1 city in France. He's in 1 city. No, he's in France. He goes to um what you call it, Belgium. Then comes back to France. Then goes to the UK and finishes up in the UK in 5 cities: London, Bristol, Manchester, Leeds, and then he goes to Glasgow.
The man will still do North America.
Do you understand? So I got the, because what I do is I have this thing with Spotify, where if I'm following you and there's a, like, you have
Yeah.
a performance in my region, it send me like an alert,
No,
right? So it sent me an alert that he was performing in Arnhem. That's the one I saw on the 2nd. So I'm like, the 2nd, that's the Thursday. Oh man, I'm probably not going to go to work because I want to go for the shows at around 7. Do I go to work then from there? I was planning with one of my guys, right? So I just said, let me just check his whole page and just check. I now found out that he has more dates, and there's even a
you get more dates.
Saturday makes sense for me. So sharply bought my ticket. Wasn't sold out yet, and I will be seeing Femi Kuti,
Live.
live. And it's been a minute. The funny thing, I used to drink champagne with this guy in his house.
You see her now, but you know they drink them again now.
I used to like, and we would just about life and everything. I used to hang out. Madi will be playing the guitar, we'll be rapping, we'll just be having fun in their house in Akute. So it's been nice to just see Femi Kuti perform. I saw him and Madi perform in 2023. I took one of my American colleagues who was working in Nigeria at the time, and I just took him there. We had a ball, so I'm going to have a ball. It's going to be nice, yeah.
Guess what? He's still performing at the Shrine tonight.
Every Sunday. So he's not left.
Yeah.
Wow.
He said, so somebody asked him on Twitter. He said, no, this is his last one before going on tour.
The whole of April is on tour. Man, that's it. You got to give it
That's
to him.
good.
Yeah, and he's going to play the banger records, I'm sorry. He's going to play everything. Bang, bang, bang. It's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. Did you guys see this Mr. Eazi story?
What happened to Mr. Eazi? Oh, yeah.
Bad Bunny,
I didn't even know they had a case.
I saw the case.
Yeah, I remember it
when he
happened
put it on
a
LinkedIn.
year ago.
You understand? I saw the case. He put it on LinkedIn. Okay, he had sued Bad Bunny, or taken Bad Bunny and his representatives to court for an infringed copyright lawsuit over Joe Boy's "Empty My Pockets." Right? They allege that Bad Bunny had interpolated or used part of the record on his own record, whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Apparently, I think the judge threw the case out.
Yeah.
Okay. The judge threw the case out because citing missed deadlines and failure to continue prosecuting the case from Nigerian producer Dera, the lawsuit filer and a producer of Joe Boy's "Empty My Pockets." So the Dera guy is the lawsuit filer and producer, but apparently it was all done with, like, motivated and pushed by Empower, Mr. Eazi's company. That's what OK Africa is reporting. So as cut through, or the judge threw the court threw it out, right? Citing all those stuff. Bad Bunny and his team are now asking the federal court to order Mr. Eazi's Empower Africa to cover the $456,312 in legal fees after they defeated the copyright lawsuit. So Bad Bunny, OK Africa is reporting, is notably not asking for payment from Dera, but from the label Empower Africa, who his team cites as the ones primarily responsible for the lawsuit and the main actors financing it. Because Dera is just, I don't know where Dera is from. You understand? But I think I was in a group chat with some guys and they told me, I think the guy is a Nigerian-based guy, whatever. I don't know, But the Dera guy, they're saying citing missed deadlines and failure to continue prosecuting the case. So maybe they talk, say maybe they don't read Dera on the side. You understand? The guy.
Say free up.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. But yeah, he's been ordered to pay the 456. So I mean, Eazi can probably take this to an appeal court. I don't know how he's going to do it, but that's just the tricky thing about lawsuits. That's the tricky thing about lawsuits. I remember if you remember Cardi B's mixtape, one of the mixtapes, either one or two, that her volume, the mixtape she had, the last two before
Yeah.
she did Bodak Clear, the one that had the Bodak Clear on top. She had a guy with a tattoo bending down.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah.
With his face into her crotch, right? It doesn't show his face at all or anything. But that picture apparently is it's a stock photo or whatever. I don't know if it's a stock photo, but they used that picture and superimposed it on her. The guy actually took her to court, claiming whatever damages. He used the picture, blah blah blah. And the judge threw the case out and asked the guy to pay her legal fees. Because that's what usually happens. You carry person go court, where the thing no jail. The people you're carrying to court can tell you that this is my legal fees that I've paid for.
I've accrued.
Someone needs to pay for this thing, and now you carry me go, so you go pay. So it's very, very tricky when you take someone like that popular, because they will hire the top guns and then they will pay. They will claim they paid for, like Bad Bunny is claiming he paid $456,000 in legal fees, and then you have to then cover the fees, and that's crazy if you ask me.
God damn.
So it's quite tricky. You got to be very, very careful, with all of this. But my own is that I heard the records then, and I did hear the interpolation. So I'm now trying to understand how they threw the case out.
Well, they said that they didn't pursue on Empire's part. They didn't pursue the case now.
Yeah, so the missed deadlines and all of that. Actually, yeah. That's it. So it didn't even go into the nitty-gritty of the thing. They just had missed deadlines and all of these things. Is that not what they said happened to the Super Eagles? The missed deadline.
One?
That's why we didn't follow up on that DR Congo case and win the case.
Oh, is that what?
Are you sure? Where did you see it? So hope you didn't see it from a banger.
A banger. Who are the banger sports people, please?
Bro, that's the thing. That there's no niche. Everybody does everything.
Everybody's a banger now.
Everybody's a banger.
I mean, this is our guy. This is our lawyer guy. What's his name? That used to explain law concepts. That funny guy.
Timi Agbaje.
Timi Agbaje said they're doing football content now.
What?
Yes, now he's just forming. I'm a Man U fan, but he has moved there clearly now.
Really? I didn't know.
Yes, go and check his account. You see him. He has moved clearly to football.
He's not a banger boy.
Not a banger boy, but hey, he's doing football content now.
I didn't have an idea that happened.
Easy. Everybody go. People who don't know music, they don't do music content. They don't post ring lights.
Actually, this is from the official Super Eagles Supporters Club Twitter account. It says, it's quite saddening to learn that after months of waiting and hoping, FIFA didn't dismiss our petition against DR Congo because we lacked a case, but because we failed to do the basic things, file on time and pay the required fees. FIFA could not even dignify us with a formal response, but reportedly had to notify the NFF via phone. That alone tells you everything about how seriously our case was taken. Now the NFF has to appeal at the CAS, that is the court of like the appeal court, arbitration court for sports or something, right? Which is unlikely to entertain a case that was thrown out on procedural grounds. We may have already lost this case, not in the courtroom, but in an office where someone didn't properly do their job. That's what I read from the official Super Eagles Supporters Club.
Once again,
I don't know how official any account is. If you can pay for a blue badge.
Yeah, just 7K now.
That's also another. It's 7K a month.
Yeah, on my end, it's 7K a month.
7K a month. I don't pay
7 plus.
Just day. But Ayo, you were
verified before.
Yeah, before, right?
Yeah.
And then the thing left.
And they took it. Then Elon Musk came and decided to make everything, just turn everything upside down.
Interesting. Anyways, guys, that's what we have for you on this episode of the podcast.
All right.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. What do we have? You guys, I'm taking requests. What do you guys want for a bye-bye song?
For Easter. Oh, okay, sorry.
Do dirty stuff.
I don't get any bye-bye song yet. Not into the pop for Nigeria now, so...
Okay, what's raining? What's even raining? What music is raining in Nigeria? What's the music that is raining in Nigeria right now?
You've not heard Big Bum Bum?
Who's
Say
Big
Jam.
Bum Bum? Who's Big Bum
I
Bum?
don't know the guys. I don't even know the guy's name. The guy that owns that record. I can't remember his name. But there's not like any big mainstream
Sax,
song.
play The Man I Need by Oliver Jean. That's how we say goodbye.
These thieves. These thieves.
You don't come with some of this you're off.
I don't understand.
off
You say make I choose. I
recommendation.
you no choose me. I don't choose now. Play my record, please.
Just small Canada now, you don't listen to Oliver Dean. When you're here in Nigeria, it was always Dr. Mikey.
Going from Don Mighty to Oliver Dean is crazy.
Oh, but that's wild.
It's crazy. I'm sorry, there's only one way we can finish this podcast. And we will play your Oliver Dean, but please, I want us to listen to this speech by you know who.
I assure you, many of you lamenting the problem of electricity, power. Yes, we are paying attention to that. The Grid Asset Management Company, CAMCO, which will inject approximately 1,500 megawatts into a new grid corridor. We are going to improve on it. Electricity will become better and be assured
That's the man I need. That's the man I need, Steve.
That's not the man we need.
That's the man I need. That's the man I need.
Ayra, you feel him? Ayra, you feel this record?
My daughter loves this record.
That's why I'm playing it to sax. My daughter loves it.
You're now listening to Loose Talk.